anything embarrassing?
Uh,
Well,
I didn't say anything, so I mean, technically, it's fine.
I hope is your dad gonna watch the live stream or
Hey,
the listen to the
no
audio?
fucking clue. I don't think because I told him it was a podcast, so I don't think he knows where we stream.
Perfect. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
that the intro to the podcast before the music plays.
Sounds good.
Shout out, Mr. Hodge.
uh,
If they don't join in by 4:15, I'm just gonna start the show without them.
no, fuck that. I mean, okay, but
I
like,
mean, dude.
also, who's this Russian guy that you got in the COD squad?
Oh, he's not Russian. Is it?
The Pichenkovi monster.
Wait, can you read Russian?
I can pronounce the Russian alphabet, but I don't know what it means.
All right. Well, Junior's on his way from work.
Kipya chenoye, chenoye, chenoye.
Is that
Yeah,
Cookie Monster in Russian?
no fucking clue.
That's his name
Hey,
usually. When he's not translating it to Russian or translating something to Russian.
Pechenkovi monster. Yeah, I
Monster.
mean it's gotta be Cookie Monster.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
Oh, so that's Cookie. Okay,
Yeah. Have you
I
talked with
know
Cookie
Cookie.
before?
Once I think.
Oh, when we played
Among Us.
Among Us. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh Lord. All right, let's see here. There it is. That's our first story right there.
Bro.
Bro.
That fucking edible. It was it was a shit brownie. That's all I'm gonna say. But
It's very hard to
god damn, dude.
make edibles not um shit. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's just
No, like legit. I'm like kind of tempted to like try to get edibles somewhere else and just like fucking.
it won't taste much better.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't
It's very
care
hard.
about the taste. Like literally, I just want to get high and then like pass out while high. Because that's all I wanted to do at that goddamn party was just pass out and just melt.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. When I got home, I was like still stoned as fuck, and I remember laying down and just going, oh,
I remember. Yeah. It's great. It's like such a relaxant.
yeah, dude.
Uh, Edibles especially. For me, like I can't go to sleep on an edible personally, just because.
Really
Yeah. I just want to laugh at everything. It's really bad.
weird.
Yeah. If
I just
anything, I
like
get
I
boring
wasn't
actually.
really laughing at stuff. I was just more just like by myself, just vibing to the music. I'm pretty sure. Like I talked with the guys after, and they were like, "Yeah, every time we saw you, you had your eyes closed, and you were just like doing this little weird dance thing just by yourself." And I was like, "All right, yeah, I mean, just having a good time, I guess."
Just having a good time.
uh,
I'm trying to see. Is Marco in the waiting room or something? No. What the hell is taking Marco so long? Marco has no excuse. Junior just got off.
is it just me, or is it Marco seems to go after me a lot?
I feel like he goes
No,
after you and Junior pretty equally.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think he doesn't want to get demoted from guest host again. Nah, just playing. Why are these all out of order? Should I just reopen these? Yeah, fuck it. I'll figure it out. Let's move this here.
When I put all the PC parts together and I turn it on, what should I expect? Because I'm not going to have any like OS downloaded.
Well, you should if you get the a lot of.
Where would it be stored on?
It'd be stored on the CPU, I think. Pretty sure. I don't know. I've never built a PC. I can tell you. Maybe on the No. Where would it be stored? Where is the OS stored? Where is Windows 10 OS stored? Folder C, which is my SSD. Yeah, probably in the SSD. But I swear to God, there are bundles with that'll give you.
I don't see it in my CPU.
I'm trying to remember exactly what the thing is though. I can't remember. I could have sworn it was a CPU bundle. Windows 10 included. How much is Windows 10 not included? Like $100? What was that noise? Oh, that was your face. It was your goddamn face.
It was like shit, $200, I think.
$200 for Windows 10
for the Ryzen 5. I think. I just remember it being one of the more expensive items. It may have been $130 actually.
Windows 10 Pro, it looks like it's $35.99. Home is $25.24. Yeah, Windows 10's pretty cheap. It's not like the worst thing.
No shit. Yeah, it was so the AMD Ryzen 5 3600 CPU is $200.
It's not bad.
And it doesn't come with any OS, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Understandable. Let's see here. All right.
The fuck you want, bitch?
Maybe Marco got confused because I said 4, which is 5 for Cade, and that doesn't mean it's 5 for him.
You're smashing your hands on the keyboard.
That's just how I type.
Wish I could type like that.
All right, we're gonna start the show without them. We'll introduce them when they join.
Lazy.
I feel lazy too. I don't want to go to the store right now.
We have a right to be lazy though. We've been working our fucking asses off all day long.
This is true. This is true.
Dealing with bitch ass customers. People who can't wait past 15 minutes for their orders and drive up. Fuck you, Karen. Fuck you.
The goddamn Karens. Alrighty. Ready to start the show without them?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it. I'm your co-host. It's not.
The co-host is introducing himself? What is this mutiny? What? Okay, there's a way. First of all, you didn't even mention the show. You didn't like.
Bro. I'm the most important part of the show, so you know.
Yeah. You introduce yourself and then you introduce the show. All right. If you're tuning into this mess of a show, this is the SuperEpicZoomercast, episode number 16, part 2. Because we messed up last week. Or sorry, I said I messed up last week. OBS wasn't working. We filmed about half the episode. before we realized it. But this time, it's working good.
So many lost jokes.
So there were all of the content.
Content, not the content. It's all right. I'm pretty sure it was a scuffed episode, anyways. We were
Yeah.
we were talking about some random shit.
Oh yeah, stuff that doesn't even matter.
Stuff that we had already talked about. Pretty sure.
Fair. For the uninitiated, I am the docket manager, Kevin, and this is my lovely co-host, Kate. We are waiting on a couple people to join us. Junior and Marco will be moving their butts onto one of these panels in Zoom eventually. Kate, how are you doing today, bud?
Bro, I'm so tired.
So tired?
I've gotten, I think, 4 hours of sleep in the past 48 hours or so.
I'd love to hear it. Are you ready? Are you ready for a fairly long docket?
If I pass out on you, I'm so sorry. That's all I'm saying.
I won't hold it against you.
Just keep the episode going. If you can edit out my snores, it's all right.
Don't worry. My goal is to keep it to 2.5 hours, and then we're not going to introduce Marco and Junior. Fuck them. They don't get the. They don't get the privilege.
They were late.
Yeah.
They were late. That's what they get.
I'm gonna be like, how are you guys doing? Actually, wait. I don't have time to care because you guys are late. Let's go. But before we jump into the docket, Kate, you are the person that I care about. So like, have you done anything new since the last time we talked? Any anime, video games?
Man, I've been fucking watching season 4 of Attack on Titan.
Oh.
I'm actually interested to hear your opinions on the opener, but I don't think you've
No, actually, this is actually we're gonna have a talk after the podcast about the future of the show, and Attack on Titan is very much in that discussion. But
all right, yeah,
that'll be for after when everyone's here. But how are you enjoying it so far? It's like the 4 episodes are out.
Yeah, 3, 4. I don't remember.
Okay, gotcha.
One of the 2. Yeah, dude, I'm enjoying it. Like, it's completely different, and I'm pretty sure the most recent episode, I don't remember when it fucking came out. I think it was like Sunday or something like that. Finally, like it was 3 episodes before we even saw like the main characters.
Right.
So it was really cool seeing like this entire new side to it and seeing some backstory to some side characters. It was really cool. Really enjoying it so far. Really looking forward to it.
Did you watch Bungo Stray Dogs?
I watched half of it, over half of it. I think I stopped somewhere.
So you remember like how season 2 starts, right? Like the first 4 episodes have nothing to do with the main cast, really.
Yeah, like the whole like bar scene.
Yes. That's what that sounds like to me. Yeah.
Kind of.
That sounds sick. I like that. That can be super well done. I think Bungo did it great. I'm excited to see that Attack on Titan's doing something similar.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Angels of Death.
Angels of Death. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, is that a current anime or?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of weird. Chick wakes up in the middle of or I say in the middle of nowhere, but just like in a random basement, kind of locked up or whatever. Doesn't really remember anything, and she has to go through like different floors. With each floor has a murderer on it, like a serial killer. And so I don't know. It's the relationship between some of the characters is kind of weird, but I can kind of see what they're going for. So
yeah,
I'll probably still keep watching.
Okay.
Not my favorite so far.
Angels of Death. Okay. Anything? Anything else of note?
Shit. Nah, bro. Just been working my ass off.
Yeah.
I know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is, dude. You don't have to tell me.
What have you been up to, man?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Not much, dog. If I'm being completely honest, a lot of sleep, a lot of
Yeah.
work. But I did buy Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and I beat the campaign. Let me tell you, that campaign, one of the most half-assed campaigns I've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. Like, they're not ever like amazing campaigns, but like the first Modern Warfare I thought was mwah. It's just Modern Warfare in general. Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 I thought were very, very solid. I liked Infinite Warfare's campaign. This was just so bad. It's like Call of Duty Ghost level for me of like the story just like being absolute shit.
I can definitely agree with you on that. I watched one of my favorite streamers play it. I hated the story, but I really enjoyed. I'm not going to spoil it. Just one of the endings for Call of Duty
Right.
Cold War.
Yeah. There's 3 endings to the story.
And just like what you can do in that situation just was really cool to me, because you grow up with some of these characters and then you end up doing that to them, and I'm not going to try to spoil it too much.
Yeah, totally. It had some cool premises for sure. It's just like it tries to like the emotional and just like the climactic build up. It just wasn't working for me at all, and especially that last hour or so was so rushed. As soon as
I felt some similarities to like the first Black Ops campaign, which was I enjoyed, but not enough to make it like really interesting.
Yeah, and like it doesn't really feel like a Black Ops sequel. Funny enough, it just kind of feels like it's trying to be its own thing, which is fine, but it doesn't. It's not a Black Ops sequel. It doesn't do its own thing super well. So I don't know. Need to get into the multiplayer. We are just joined by Marco and Junior. Finally, the big boys, the big scrubs.
I debated. Come in.
Hey, man. Hey, we appreciate you showing up. Yeah.
Almost called out at 2 different places today. Almost called out 2 different things today.
Bro, they need you.
Yeah.
It's Q4. They can't survive without you.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, after he left, all broke. Literally, it was like fucking 30 orders in there, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Drive up, by the way.
It was like
That's
30
great.
orders with 4 people, and I was like, I mean, a certain someone had the audacity of being like, "Why can't you just have someone delegate them?" And I was like, "Are you serious?"
Oh Lord.
The struggles of retail.
More on that tomorrow, Marco.
that's a Target thing. That's a Target thing, y'all. Just so you know, we did start the show already. We got mine and Cade's intros. Although I have a story I do want to tell about my week.
Yeah, we don't care.
But thanks, man. But I'll wait until everyone gets through. Marco, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, man, I'm good. I'm tired as fuck. Probably slept really wrong because can't tilt my head that way.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about as far as I can go before it hurts. All the way down through here.
You sleep wrong?
I think I slept wrong last night.
Yeah, that happens. I feel that.
Yeah.
We've all done that once or twice.
Yeah. So there's that. I mean, haven't been doing much else. I've literally just been working, coming home, and just passing out 'cause I'm so tired.
So no new games, no new anime?
I started watching Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Finally, dude. Damn.
I actually really like it. It's already touched me, man. I've already almost cried once.
Oh, how far are you?
I'm on like episode 7.
All right.
So you've seen the dog.
Oh no! Why would you say that?
Oh my god! I haven't even seen the show, and I know what you're talking about. It's the worst part.
That's like the worst thing that thing. Like honestly, like my girlfriend literally wanted to stop watching Brotherhood after that. Like literally after that episode, she was like, "We're not watching anime anymore." I'm like, "Why the fuck not?"
Anime is
God,
canceled.
yeah.
And the mix cats.
It
Dude,
was so good though, dude.
it is good, but dude,
It is very sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it speaks to the medium how like you can have those moments. You know, I feel like a lot of live action TV and even like children's cartoons like hardly ever even come close to those kind of moments. The fact that like anime like those moments kind of happen pretty regularly depending on the studio. It's a real achievement. Yeah.
So we've only gotten a couple episodes in, but I've been enjoying it. It's been pretty good so far. But I actually made a queue for Crunchyroll and what I have to watch before I'm gonna move on to anything else.
Right.
What's new?
What's the top 3 in your queue? I'm sure he has a bunch in there.
So I have Jujutsu and Brotherhood.
Of course.
And then I really don't know what my number 3 is because I have Dr. Stone, Steins Gate, and Tony Kawa.
Okay, I think.
Where's JoJo in it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure you promised. JoJo.
Yeah, you got to move JoJo to number 3 because
All right. Let me.
Okay, he could push that to like number 5. There's a lot of good anime.
No, he already promised. The thing is,
I did.
if there wasn't a promise tied to it, he should move it to number 1. Really.
That's true. Yeah.
Junior, I know you're tired of shit. We all are. Our bags, the bags under our eyes. I think we can all agree.
Permanent bruising.
Yeah, exactly. But have you done anything fun in the last couple of weeks?
Dude, I've been playing the shit out of Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah. There you go. How you liking it?
Literally, haven't been playing.
Don't get too much. Don't get too into it. We're gonna have like a Cyberpunk PowerDunk.
I will go into depth about what I like and dislike about the game.
Perfect. We'll have an entire.
You like the customizable cock, right?
Yes, the fucking circumcised, non-circumcised.
Okay.
They definitely did not leave anyone out. In that
Okay.
sense.
All right. So there's a. Oh damn it, Marco! All right, go ahead. I'll say mine.
Before you guys continue, if you guys are gonna talk anything about the story,
No, we're not gonna go into the story details.
Yeah.
Probably just mechanics. Or...
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool with me because I actually haven't gone through it. So
Fantastic. Yeah. I've only gone like barely past the prologue, so
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so deep. So deep.
Your balls deep.
Literally all I've been playing.
But before we move on, the thing about the penis thing, there's an amazing meme. It's like someone was like, "If penises are so great, why haven't they made a penis too?" And then someone took a screenshot of the character creator, and it says penis too, and they're like, "We fucking did it, boys."
I love it.
Didn't they tweet and we're like, "Hey, we're just gonna be one big meme"?
I fucking hope. Yeah, I mean, they gotta acknowledge that the game has been memed to all fucking hell. Anything other than Cyberpunk, because we can't get too much into that right now at the moment.
Jutsu Kaisen, been watching.
Yes, Jutsu Kaisen's so good.
Yes.
So good right now, dude.
oh,
It's so good.
It's hitting all the fucking notes that I want a shonen to hit.
episode 12.
It definitely is.
Episode 12 is sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's. I don't know. I have some.
Oh, you have some gripes.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit.
Do we get into it now, or do we?
Yeah, no, we can get into it now. Just don't be like. Is it specific to the story, or is it like? Is there anything that would be a spoiler, for example?
I just feel like they could have expanded a little more. Kind of.
What do you mean?
They rushed something, and I kind of didn't like that.
Okay.
Boy,
I think I know what he's talking about.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about the kid?
I'm talking about the emo
No.
kid.
It had. I mean, kind of, and then like pertaining to the main character.
Okay. All right. I think we can talk about it more. Maybe another episode where we have a spoiler cast
I thought we
for
were
it.
gonna do like a half season spoiler thing.
I would like to, but next week I want to do because winter season's about to start and technically has started with Attack on Titan.
But
I was
that
looking
doesn't
at
count.
that. I was looking at the lineup too.
Want to do a little spotlight. Now it's gonna require a little collaboration. Last time we kind of just like went through the website and just named off random anime. This time I want everyone to like pick 3 anime, put them on the dockets, and like kind of be the owner of those anime so that they can like hype it up, right?
I got you.
No, I don't look at it. Okay, how am I supposed?
I send you a link every fucking week. All right.
Didn't I
never looked at it.
call at least 3 of the ones that you're watching right now that are good?
Yeah. You did. You got it.
Got you.
Speaking of, how, is Moriarty finished?
I haven't caught up on that.
You haven't caught up. Okay.
Did you stop watching it? Did you kind of lose interest?
I kept on watching.
Or are you just waiting?
I
Just a little busy.
Yeah, like Jujutsu Kaisen is kind of up to my speed right now because like Moriarty's a little slower and I have to kind of think and I'm like, I don't want to do that today.
Totally. Anything else, Junior?
My family has COVID, like all of them.
Woo! Yeah, we did it,
All
baby. Herd immunity.
300,000. 300,000.
Yeah, so no Christmas for me until then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And
Bro,
also,
bro.
we're all only getting $600.
yeah. Oh, bro, that stimulus check did.
No.
Didn't.
All right, not to get political or anything, but he did come out and say, "I want fucking $2,000."
Yeah, I think he said he was not going to sign the bill, but
unless they amend it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He also wants to decrease foreign aid, which I think honestly at this point it is kind of fair, but again, not a political podcast. We haven't read the bill. All right, we have no real.
No,
Our opinions are very much.
I've just read so like I was in the bathroom before I came in, right? Just looking at my phone.
Just taking a shit, yeah.
Yeah, dude. All I was doing is just looking at memes about how the U.S. is a third fucking world country because every other country's getting like all this money from the government and
Yeah.
they get $1,800 for the year.
Yeah, Canada's doing pretty well off with their support.
$2,000 a month.
Yeah, 2K a month.
Well, what can you say?
It's very different. But yeah, I was
It's
reading
not hard to
some,
do that though when we're already like what, $8 trillion in debt.
Yeah. We are. Oh, our political climate is very strange at the moment, and has been for a while. So
I don't try to understand it because I can't. So
all right, before we move on to the docket, I want to tell you guys about my fucking week because I did a big boo boo. So I was like going to make myself a lunch. I required the oven, so I preheated the oven at 350, and I did not check the oven to see if there was anything in there. Now, I don't usually check the oven because if there is anything in there, there's maybe like a cooking pan. And I was like, all right, whatever, you're fine. This time there was a plastic container with rotting food. That wasn't mine. Wasn't my girlfriend's. So, didn't know it was in there. And I don't know if you've ever like melted plastic in an oven.
not in an oven, but I've melted plastic.
It was a pretty heaping huge thing of plastic too. It is smoky as all hell. Dude, like my neighbors came to check up on me because of like they thought there was a fire.
Oh yeah, of course.
So dude, I like breathed in these plastic fumes and I'm just getting dizzy and I'm just like, fuck, I gotta get these racks out of the oven and fucking, you know what I mean? The racks became one. Like I could not separate them. And I had bought new oven racks because I was like, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this. I had to air out the whole house. I had to deal with the animals. I had to stick my one of the cats into my roommate's room because if I stuck her in the bathroom door was open. If I closed the door in the bathroom, she would have been hotboxed with plastic fumes. Wasn't gonna be good. So it was a very stressful week, boys. Also, my Christmas ham's canceled because I don't have an oven I can use.
bro.
So it's great.
I have an oven. You
You
can.
to Albertsons and get a
Yeah, pre-made. Yeah, there you go. Dude, the rotisserie chickens.
yeah, man, yeah.
The Costco ones are the best, but the Food for Less ones, dude, I always regret buying those.
Kevin.
What's up,
You
buddy?
need an
What's up?
oven, dude?
It's-
Just come over.
it's
I have
fine.
a perfectly good oven for you.
I have an Instant Pot. I can make a ham in that.
As a matter of fact, I have 2 really good ovens you can use.
Why?
Because my aunt's not home. She lives across the street.
Oh.
And, we're kind of house
I
sitting.
thought he was just flexing on us,
Yeah.
on us
Yeah.
again. Yeah, you
this
poor
is a
people already have fucking 2 ovens.
This is the strangest fucking flex.
Dude, like I
All right, okay. I'm not to flex. We technically do have a second oven.
Oh my
It's one of those like big ass like industrial ovens, but we don't use it. It's more of a storage for us, just to store all of the trays that my mom has.
okay.
Yeah, that's all. It's
I'm
just
sorry
like,
that we're not all rich like you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
yeah. That's why we have some like a big ass freezer and fridge. You
Mm.
know,
Mhm.
you know those ones they have at restaurants that are like giant. Yeah, we have one of those.
Okay. So yeah, if I'm ever in oven desperation mode, I'll come to you, Marco.
I got you, dude.
But yeah, that was
It's
that was my
a
story.
body in a freezer. I can.
There you go.
No. Oh, so
We need to cremate anyone if we can use the other oven.
There.
Yeah.
yeah, so dude, I have technically our oven is 2 because there's a top and a bottom part. Just the bottom is you can bake through convection, while the top is just a normal regular ass oven.
All right. I still feel like he's flexing on us.
I'm just telling you what I have. I didn't buy it.
All right, boys. Let's go ahead and start this docket. The consumer report.
Dang.
We
We're
missed that
back,
last
baby.
episode. Kevin's little noise was not the same.
It wasn't good. Yeah, I can't do what you do. You do it so perfect, Junior. I miss that so much. All right, boys. First item on the docket: the Game Awards came and gone. We talked about them already. Last of Us Part 2 got them. Got all the awards. They won everything. All right, that's not the important part. It just did. All right. Also, in the defense of Last of Us, some people were accusing the Game Awards of rigging. They do this every fucking year. But they were like, oh, Last of Us Part 2 got rigged. How much did Naughty Dog pay you, bitch? And Last of Us Part 2 also won the Fan Choice Award. The Player's Choice Award. So it's not like it's completely, rigged. Like the game isn't good or anything, right? So, I don't know. But with every Game Awards, there are game announcements. Boys, we had some very mediocre announcements. A bunch of indie games were announced. But there are some interesting things. There's some interesting tidbits that we'll get into. First of note, Nier Replicant got some gameplay. Now, I think I'm the only person here who played Nier Automata. But Nier Replicant looking pretty good. Did you finish?
No.
That's what I thought, bitch. So
The mechanics are so weird.
they're so weird. How are they weird? It's a character action
They're
game.
just weird on the fucking computer. They're
Oh
just
my
weird.
God. I'll give you that. Are you playing with mouse and keyboard?
Yeah.
You should grab an Xbox controller. Like it is. That's probably going to be way better than mouse and keyboard. Just straight up. I don't know. I don't know why you thought it was a good idea to play with mouse and keyboard. But the prequel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that PC.
Prequel remake for Nier. I believe that's actually what Replicant is. It's coming out April 23rd. I'm excited, boys. Let's see what else we got. Sephiroth was announced as a Super Smash Bros. Fighter.
Oh, dope.
And he was released, I think, later that week. So that was, pretty cool. I played him a little bit. I played him on stream, actually. I stream randomly Smash Bros. Here and there. But I tried out Sephiroth. He is, okay. He's okay.
He has a giant sword.
He has a very large sword.
Yeah, the ladies love his giant sword.
You can have shirtless Sephiroth too. His win animation, he's just kind of looking back with his sexy shoulders. He's kind of like this. He's like, yeah, I won. And he has his weird hair, and he's like, yeah, I'm fucking sexy as fuck. Yeah, there you go. Hey, spoiler alert. But I think it's cool though. I think Smash needed some more villains. Sephiroth, great choice. Okay. Moveset's just a little weird. little strange, but fun to play.
Real quick,
Fun to
what is
play.
he from?
Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought that was common knowledge.
I don't play Final Fantasy. So.
You need to get on it. Final Fantasy VII Remake was very fucking good. My personal game of the year.
I've heard.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you guys remember a game? I believe it's GameCube PS2 era called Perfect Dark.
No.
Well, it's getting a kind of pseudo remake. Wait, is it a PS? What was the original? Let's see here. Original Perfect Dark was maybe it was a Nintendo 64 game. Yeah, whoops. So it's getting a sort of remake. Apparently it's like a eco sci-fi game. Should be interesting for fans of old Rare games. The Rare Softworks, not like how Rare, not the type of loot you get in Destiny. This will be interesting.
What kind of guns you get in Cyberpunk?
Are there rare? Is it rare? Is
Yeah,
it?
it's rare.
Oh,
Junior, what do you use?
I haven't had any yet, I guess.
What gun do I use?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tell us your fucking loadout right now.
I use Lizzie's gun that you
Okay.
find after the information.
Mm.
And then I use the sniper that you get from Pan Am.
Did you
And then
smash?
I also use another gun that I got from someone. I forgot what it was.
Fantastic.
But real question, did you smash? Did you smash
Do
Pan
what?
Am?
Hold up.
I
What are you
tried.
guys talking about?
You tried. Oh, you didn't get to. Oh, my.
I think it's because I was a female character.
Don't worry about it, Marco. Don't worry about it.
I don't honestly don't know if that is anything.
I don't think she does with female characters. It's weird.
Damn. Boys, do you guys like
What?
Left 4 Dead?
Of course.
I
Well,
like leaving people for dead.
Oh.
alrighty. Well, the studio behind Left 4 Dead, Turtle
Guess-
Rock.
If anything ever happens, we're leaving Junior
Oh
first.
God. Turtle Rock is making a spiritual successor called Back 4 Blood, and it's Left 4 Dead but with a different type of zombie. People are excited. Cool.
I mean, it's basically what they did with World War Z, and people shit on that game.
I mean,
Yeah, it's basically World
the
War
game
Z
or the
is
movie?
the game.
I never
Like,
played the
World-
game.
World War Z, the game, is essentially Left 4 Dead with more modern graphics, but people just absolutely shit on the game.
Interesting.
So Left 4 Dead is going to be remade, is what you're saying.
That's what it sounds like. Forza and Cyberpunk got a crossover, so you can get the Cyberpunk 2077 vehicle for free starting December 11th, which was like a week and a half ago. The Callisto Protocol from the creators of Dead Space. You guys play Dead Space? That sci-fi horror
Heard of
third-person
it.
shooter. That's a tense game to play. They're making another horror game for the next gen. Callisto Protocol. I mean, I like Dead Space. It's good. It's good stuff. I'm excited for that. No one cares about Warhammer. Disco Elysium got a final cut, which is alright. That's weird. Dragon Age 4 got a new look, but it was just a cinematic trailer. But it looks sick. I'm excited. Dragon Age is gonna be sick. I hope. I fucking hope. BioWare, don't fuck this up. If you fuck this up like you did Anthem or Mass Effect Andromeda, we're gonna have a fucking talk.
We're gonna have a problem.
There's gonna be a motherfucking problem, dog.
Yo, wait, Kevin, send the link to it.
Yeah, actually, because I'm kind of interested now.
You want to look? It's in the docket.
Nah, fuck you. I don't look at the docket.
Oh my fucking god! All right, fine. Oh,
Is it? Did it really go that far down? into
you
this?
probably went too far down.
Destiny, Halo, Sony.
Well, while you guys look for that, we'll talk about the
Hey.
Looks beautiful tonight.
what?
Your,
Kid.
your eyes, they're just so luminous. Oh,
Are you?
Oh. I didn't know you could do that with your eyebrows.
Stop flirting with my
pretty hot.
co-host. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I thought I was your co-host this episode. Just saying.
You were until you started holding your microphone to your face.
No, I still don't know where it's at. Got him.
Let's talk about the sequel to Ark. While you guys look at that trailer, it's like a minute long.
I can't. I don't know.
Oh,
where it's
with the one with Vin Diesel.
The one with Vin Diesel, buddy. He looks so weird because
No, it looks weird.
that was a weird trailer because it was CG, but it was like very strange CG.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to like. They try to be really realistic, and it was just very stiff. But
I've got a question that I've been meaning to ask someone. Does anyone know if you have to play Arc 1 to kind of understand what's going on in Arc 2?
Probably not. I doubt it. There was no real like actual story.
Yeah, it's more of a survival game than anything else. Yeah.
Then I might just not play Arc 1 and just go straight into Arc 2. Maybe.
You should play Arc 1 if you have the time.
Yeah.
If you find the space, like Arc 2 being announced is not an excuse to not play Arc Survival. You know.
Okay.
Fun fact: Vin Diesel's also an executive producer, I believe, or maybe it's just a producer for this game. So he's throwing some money at it, which is interesting. He's been involved in a few games here and there, including the Fast and Furious game that they released a couple years ago. I think that sucked, wasn't good, but but he's not making the video game. The people behind Ark are making the video game, and it'll be good. Hunt some T-Rexes. Fight some dinosaurs. What?
Or these weird ass creature things.
Weird ass creature things, exactly. Was Ark? I never played Ark, the first Ark, but was Ark survival? Tribal. Was it had like a tribal theme, or because that's what it looks like. Ark 2 is going for. Yeah.
It's definitely going. So this is definitely going for a way different. No, Ark was literally just.
It was definitely like sci-fi.
It was very sci-fi.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you start, unless you wanted everything to be wood and stone, then sure. But once you got far enough into the game, you got enough metal to make everything look modern-y.
Yeah.
And then they in an update they introduced tech gear and stuff. So you were able to unlock tech equipment, weapons, buildings, and structures.
Interesting.
And that made it everything super like futuristic, super modern type of technology.
Okay.
But getting tech stuff is not easy.
So I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to Arc 2 after they spent 1,000 hours into Arc 1. Right, Marco?
Yes.
Fall Guys Season 3 got a trailer and it released. It is fun. They added some new courses. They got a couple of twists. If you're into the Fall Guys, you should get back into it. Let's see what else we've got. Evil Dead got a game. I'm not an Evil Dead fan. Do people like Evil Dead here?
I don't think I've ever heard of Evil Dead.
Really? You haven't heard of Ash vs. the Evil Dead?
Yo, yes.
There you go. Same. That's the franchise.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Returnal got a gameplay trailer. This is a game that was showcased in E3. It looked pretty interesting. Got also a release date of March 19th, 2021. Yes, Marco.
So do you think my 950 hours is a lot? My friend here has 2,200 hours into Ark.
Yeah.
Bro. I've been playing Ark since it came out, and I haven't stopped. I'm at 21 years of gameplay.
Just said you haven't played the first game.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I think you're hearing things. Right.
He was talking about the first Ark 2.
Yeah. Bro. Obviously, when this episode comes out, I'll have to show you. I'll play it for you and be like, "Oh, see, I was right this entire time."
You'll see all the tech. He's like, "Oh, you couldn't have gotten this tech without at least 2,000 hours."
The Rexy has appeared.
Oddworld Soulstorm got a release window of spring 2021. Now, if you don't know what Oddworld is, it's very odd. It's very
Cool.
odd. God,
Yeah.
it's like a cult classic kind of game. Very strange, very weird aesthetic. Kate, honestly, it's right up like your aesthetic. Honestly,
Put the trailer in the Discord.
oh, what? I have the fucking docket, dude. I have the fucking docket. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand why I have to. Oh my god! All right, fine. It's in the Discord. All right. There you go. You should hear a ba-dump in like 2 seconds.
Oh,
There you go.
Wow. That was really fast. Yeah.
Jeez. Don't patronize me. Elder Scrolls Online expansion announced. Who cares?
No. Yeah.
Let's see here. Monster Hunter Rise got a demo and a trailer. Among Us got a new map. Master Chief announced for Fortnite.
Ew.
Scarlet Nexus, the anime Dark Souls game, coming out summer of 2021. Excited for that. Okay, here's something interesting. Just Cause
Maybe.
got a mobile game.
What?
Yeah, it's very strange. You should check out the trailer when you have the chance. It's the thing with Just Cause is that it's a sandbox and it's, you know, third person. You can do all this wacky shit. This looks like a very just leveled down version of Just Cause. It's like isometric third person, so it already loses like the Just Cause formula just from like changing the camera angle. It I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how that looks. We'll talk about that League of Legends story later. Mass Effect got a trailer announcing. We already talked about how they're announcing future games, right? And that was basically it. It was just a teaser that they're working on Mass Effect stuff. And that's how the Game Awards announcements ended. Dunzo.
Did you go over the Elder Scrolls?
I did. I said they got a new expansion, and then I said that no one cares.
What's it called? Just for curiosity's sake.
It's Oblivion, Gates of Oblivion. So
Yeah.
I think it's like the things that happen between Oblivion and Skyrim.
Yeah, it's an expansion to the Elder Scrolls Online game.
I kind of actually low key want to.
Do it. Go ahead. Yeah.
I've tried it. It doesn't play like Skyrim.
Yeah, well, it's an MMO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They completely changed the formula just so that, like, you know, it can play like an MMO.
Wasn't a fan. I'm into the lore though. I'm definitely into the lore.
Yeah, who doesn't like the lore? Who doesn't like the lore?
Obviously, you, Kevin.
all right. I never liked Skyrim. That would be my hot video game take. I don't think Skyrim's that good. That's mostly because I don't like buggy games. All right, I'm barely holding on to Cyberpunk at the moment, but Cyberpunk is fun. So it's buggy and fun. Skyrim, I don't know. Also, the medieval aesthetic was never for me.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So my definition of fun is very different from other people's. All right, boys. Now that we're done with the video game announcements, let's move on to some other stories. This is our only Cyberpunk story that is not part of the Cyberpunk PowerDunk Hour. Cyberpunk's devs no longer have their bonuses tied to reviews, which may be good. I mean, you know, that's a shitty practice to begin with, frankly. But I mean, at the time that the story came out, the game had a 90 on Metacritic. I should probably check what it is right now. I haven't checked in a minute. Cyberpunk 2077 on Metacritic. Now on PS4 it's probably like a 0. Has a 86 right now. 7.1 user score though. So, you know, that's good because they worked very hard on that game. They got a bunch of crunch. The game was clearly an endeavor. It's just a lot of work. If you've played the game, if you've seen gameplay, Cade, the game's clearly not finished. Still, you know. So it would be very unfair if, you know, any sort of like payment was tied to review scores, when it's clearly not their fault, right? Hopefully the practice of tying bonuses to reviews ends soon, because sometimes a game gets an 80 from critics and it gets like a fucking 90 from fans, right? They don't always match up. People will love games that aren't critically, in the god tier category. So.
Oh, are you implying that Cyberpunk isn't in god tier?
I'm saying it didn't get reviewed critically into the god tier category. Not like Last of Us Part 1, you know what I mean? Or that got like tens and tens and tens and tens and tens and tens, right? Uncharted 2, lots of tens, right? Cyberpunk, I think it got lucky in a lot of places to get a 9. You know what I mean? That's probably on the generous side. So the fact that it averaged 8.6 is a pretty big achievement, I think.
Oh. I just watched that trailer to Mass Effect.
Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's a just an announcement trailer. It shows Liara, if you remember her.
That's what I was gonna say. It showed Liara picking up that N7 thing.
Yeah.
Which makes me believe more to what I told you. I don't know if it was last week or not.
I think it was a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
About it happening, and then bringing Shepard back.
I don't think they're gonna bring Shepard back. I really doubt. Here's what I could see them doing. Here's what I could see them doing. They could say they got the genetic material from Shepard, make a new character, right, and then hide the fact that your DNA is basically a copy of Shepard's, and then that could be a cool story twist later down the line. But if they literally bring back Shepard 1-for-1, I'm actually gonna be pissed. That would be stupid. Let's make a new fucking character. Especially
it's. I mean, in my just based on the little bit of that trailer alone.
Yeah.
It is very clearly carrying on from Shepard's story from 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Sorry, Cade. Spoilers for you, because I know you're in the middle of Mass Effect 2. Shepard dies at the end of 3, no matter what you do. Oh!
What? Oh my God! You ruined it.
I know. You can't play the game anymore.
Play it anymore. Oh.
Fuck you, Cade.
Yo, to be fair, he also dies in 2.
He does well at the very beginning. He knows that already.
Twice?
Yes.
Twice.
You can get him killed.
Well, I mean,
you can.
Fail combat.
Yeah, if you fucking yeah, Marco.
No. Okay.
I know what you're trying to say, Marco. I know what you're trying to say. But you can't have 3 if you get that ending. So, Junior, your face is aghast. Yeah. What's wrong with your face, dog? You're just staring at your camera. You okay there, buddy? You're just... I think
listening to you.
I think the edible finally hit.
Oh, my boy's gone.
He's just dead. He's just looking at us with lifeless eyes.
I could use one.
Alrighty, boys. Bungie is making Destiny cross-platform, which is great. Now you can play with your friends no matter what console you have, right?
As they should have done.
Yeah, but Sony has been the one who's been really yo, we don't want cross-platform, right? Microsoft kind of jumped on yeah, we'll open it up. Yeah, play with PC players. Oh, we want you to play with Xbox players. With Sony over there, they're a bunch of fucking phonies,
A bunch of pussies.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, on that note, PC to Xbox and Xbox to PC, it's the same company. They're not losing any money by
True.
by doing that.
See, but with
Sony, I can see lose money from doing that.
Yeah, exactly, and that is the truth. But also, there are very few situations where you're gonna be can I play Destiny 2 with my friends? No. Oh well, I guess I'm buying an Xbox instead of PS4. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Destiny is not the game. I feel that like would turn the tide for a lot of people. It might turn the tide for a few, but that's a select group. I feel. Halo Infinite got a new launch window for fall 2021. Now, if you don't remember, Halo Infinite was supposed to be a launch title for the Xbox series. So okay. Do you guys remember the initial trailer for Halo Infinite? Had the monkey alien thing. It wasn't really a monkey, but the face of the alien got memed to fucking hell. Everyone was saying that the game looks worse than it did on than Halo 4 on PS5 or Xbox Series. Xbox One, shit. There's so many fucking Xbox titles. How much excitement is there for Halo Infinite now, boys?
I never got into the Halo games. So,
I mean, me neither.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, I loved Halo 3. It's just about it.
Yeah?
Hmm.
Junior?
Same.
No? That's it? Halo 3?
I liked it up to ODST and then fell off.
I think that's how a lot of people feel. I think 4... well, what else? Was there a more disappointing game than 4?
I know that Reach kind of brought people back in.
Yeah, Reach did bring... Yeah.
But
4 was a critical... not failure, but it was just disappointing. But Halo is Halo. People are gonna like it's like Call of Duty. You're gonna buy a fucking Halo game if you're already into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Halo Infinite, that trailer, I think drew a lot of people off. And what was supposed to be a look at our fucking console, play it with us, play Halo with us, it's now kind of looking like a not that incentivizing to buy a new Xbox. Not when it's going against like God of War, Ragnarok, or Horizon Zero Dawn. Even I think looks, you can admit, at least graphically, way better than Halo Infinite does. Oh yeah. Moving on. Sony bought Crunchyroll over the last couple of weeks, and that is huge because Sony already owns Funimation, which means Sony owns the lion's share of the anime market in America. Their next biggest competitor is Netflix.
what about Hulu?
What? How much? Okay. A lot of the anime on Hulu are on Funimation. And also, Hulu has very few exclusive anime to their platform. I think One Punch Man 2, Season 2 was on there, but that's the only notable one I can think of.
Is there a season 3 to that?
No, not yet. Not yet. Studio Bones is working on it, alright? Calm down. Although, Season 2 was done by a different studio.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it because of the new animation style. I should watch it anyways, but
the animation style isn't really big of a turnoff for me. I actually
Really?
thought the animation was kind of decent, especially during like the fights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it loses its feel from the first season to the second season.
Yes.
Like honestly, I don't like second season nearly as much as I do first season. So.
Yeah, first season's it's iconic, really. That was one of the first anime I feel like got memed to all hell in the public consciousness. There were a lot of One Punch Man memes, not just in the anime community. Is there anything we expect from this move? We had this story a couple weeks ago when we talked about this being a potential thing.
I want one app.
One app
for all my anime.
Well, you see, Verve used to be that app. It used to be Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Yeah.
But now Crunchyroll is owned by the people who have Funimation, and they already have a platform. So yeah. I'm hoping they bring Funimation back. I also think.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead, Junior.
Are they gonna put it on their fucking stupid Sony Crackle shit?
No, I doubt.
Oh my god, if they do, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
Funimation has its own app as well, so it's not like
does.
Funimation's on Crackle, you know. Sony is also one of the largest distributors of anime movies out here in the West. Crunchyroll probably being maybe a little bit bigger. I actually don't know. But maybe I think this is a sign that like anime is just bigger market. It's getting pretty popular in the West. Maybe we'll get more of those anime movies, you know, in theaters. We in the last year I've seen Weathering with You, a couple of the My Hero movies. I'm trying to think of what else. What's that one movie by Studio Trigger? Cannot remember. It was so sick. It was so good. I think we can expect a lot more anime in our future, boys. Yeah. Anybody else have an opinion on Sony buying Crunchyroll from AT&T? It was $1.2 billion, by the way. That fucking large amount of money.
I still think it was a stupid move on AT&T in the first place.
Yo.
Well, what was AT&T doing with it anyways? It was just like AT&T. I don't think was really even paying attention to Crunchyroll. They were just like, we own it. You make money for us, but do your own thing, you know.
But is Sony gonna be like
Sony's
more
gonna,
involved? And is it gonna change? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
I mean, that is a question. We don't know. I mean, sometimes Sony makes really boneheaded decisions. I think this is going to be hard to mess up. Really. You know what I mean? Like, either things stay the same or they get better. I think those are really the only two outcomes here. Maybe we'll see a jump in subscription price, but I mean, it's not the most expensive to begin with. $7.99 or $8.99. I don't remember. I think my Verve's $9.99. Right, yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
So
like...
best case scenario, maybe they increase the price to Verve from I think $9.99 to like $12.99, but you include Funimation in there. That's cheaper than getting Crunchyroll and Funimation separately, you know. Yeah.
Down for that, yeah.
I'd be very, very down for that. Boys, have you ever heard of the video game studio called Codemasters?
No.
Well, they were just acquired by EA, for $1.2 billion.
You got to do a pinky, bro.
Not in the low $1.2 billion. I can't do a Dr. Evil impression. I'm sorry. That was awful. Now, I had never heard of Codemasters before this story. But EA's taken an interest in them, obviously, with an investment of $1.2 billion fucking dollars. That isn't chump change, no matter what company you are, unless you're like, you know, Apple, right? Or Amazon, Disney, sure, yeah. Unless you're one of like the big 4 or 5 companies, you know, in the world, $1.2 billion isn't exactly chump change. Codemasters is a studio based in the UK that developed racing games. And that's basically it. They developed Grid, Dirt, Formula 1 games, among others. Right? The interesting thing about this story is that EA actually outbid Take-Two. And if you don't know Take-Two, they are the company in charge of Rockstar Games. I believe they're also in charge of 2K. I think they were bidding $980 million, and EA stepped in with the higher offer. So, what is the market of racing games in the world? Like, are racing games really this huge that you need to spend all this money? EA already owns Need for Speed, by the way, which is pretty fucking big.
Need for Speed is probably one of the biggest in racing games, besides like Forza, maybe.
Forza and Gran Turismo, right?
Gran Turismo kind of died out.
Yeah, it did, but it's Sony's exclusive, you know, like racing simulator, right? So EA is now basically the racing game industry, except for Forza and Gran Turismo and a couple, sprinkles here and there, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this indicative of like the racing crowd maybe being bigger than you thought previously?
I think so. I've got cousins who like are very, very into sports. They never play video games, but like whenever I come over, they're always like, "Oh, play this, racing game with us."
Yeah.
I think it draws in people who are not necessarily like really attracted to video games, and I think that's pretty big.
Interesting.
At least like long hours, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a nice little pickup game, that not like an MMO where you grind away hundreds of hours, or an RPG.
Cyberpunk.
Or Cyberpunk, exactly. Is it troubling that EA is the one who bought them, though?
Yes.
Yes, very troubling.
Because now it's like, okay, now not only are you gonna have to buy these games, you're probably gonna have to pay money to buy certain cars.
I mean, yeah.
Like, how much is it gonna cost me to buy an R34?
Yeah, like, instead of being like, hey, you have to grind, actually do some races and make money. No. Give us your money and we'll give it to you. That's all I see about what happening.
All right. The EA is also known as like the studio killers, given how they seem to shut down every game studio that comes under their belt. So
they're gonna fuck up Grid, Dirt, and Formula One.
Yeah, and those are pretty good games. Like people like those games.
To be fair,
we'll see if there's a dip in quality.
This has
still they fucked up Need for Speed anyways.
People still seem to be enjoying them. So.
Okay.
They're just not as popular as they used to be. Because
Need for Speed used to be the biggest, I feel, racing game.
With Underground, Most Wanted.
Yeah, Most Wanted, dog. Even the remake for Most Wanted was pretty good, I thought. 2010, I think.
I'm pretty sure the last like Need for Speed game actually no, the last one I played was not. He is the most recent one, right?
Yeah. The Miami one.
Before that, it's Hot Pursuit.
Yeah.
I played the one before that. I played the original Hot Pursuit. Loved the game.
Good game. Cops and Robbers.
It was a very basic racing game in terms of Need for Speed. It was great.
You know what's better is Burnout on Xbox 360. That was great. Yeah. Who owns?
Don't play the PC version. I'm just saying, no matter how cheap it is, do not play it. It's mouse and keyboard. It's so fucking weird.
Just hook up a controller, Doc.
You can't. I'm pretty sure it has no there's no like settings for controller.
Oh yeah, Burnout 3 Takedown was the last Burnout game I played.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
Dude, I loved it. Dude, I love just ramming into cars and making them just blow up.
Oh, Burnout is under Criterion, it looks like, and they're also EA owned. So, I mean, they just released the Burnout Paradise remastered a couple years ago.
But I doubt these companies. I doubt that they're gonna be like, oh yeah, let me take away from like your greatness. They're not gonna give away their secrets. Let's be real.
I mean, who knows? I mean, EA is gonna mandate whatever they do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the racing community after this move. Riot Games confirms League of Legends MMO. This is among like 10 other projects that they've including comics. They're doing a League of Legends comic. They're doing an animated series. They're also doing tons of other types of fucking games. I think they announced like a fighting game, right?
Okay, all right. To be fair.
To be fair, yeah. So here we go. It's a Marco story.
It's not a me story, but I'd like an animated series. Seems pretty cool.
Would you?
Yes.
I feel like I could get into that.
Do any of you know anything about League of Legends lore?
No.
No.
Exactly.
has pretty good stories.
Does
Yeah.
it? All right.
Yes, they do. So some of the
I wouldn't know.
some of the champions actually have really interesting backstories.
I'm taking you at your word for that because
Which is, I did say some, not all. Which is why
play though.
that's why it's like a 50-50. Same for the MMO. It's like they have really, really good potential content. They just have to make it good because they can be really bad. But we'll see how they like the direction they take it. But it definitely has a potential to be good based on like all the information they have.
Imagine the animated series having an opening with a new song from KDA. There's some potential there. Get a new top 10 hit.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. They'll throw it in there.
Very little revealed other than the fact that it is in the works, so we're probably looking at a couple years out at least. If even that close. Marco, do you trust Riot to make a good MMO, given that they've only made like one game ever in their life?
I don't know what you're talking about. They made League and Valorant.
That's fair. Valorant is pretty big.
I mean, can't really say anything else, but they have.
Two games that they've ever made.
I mean, you could throw in Legends of Runeterra in there if you want to.
I guess you could. Yeah, that is.
I've heard of that.
Technically League of Legends, but it's more like
It's a card game.
It's more like mostly like a Hearthstone knockoff.
Yeah.
With League of Legends characters, Well, that really is.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but I mean, again, everything has potential.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that this story was revealed because an ex-World of Warcraft developer was signed on to Riot. He tweeted about the game.
And said it was an MMO.
Yeah, someone asked, "Oh, is this an MMO?" And then he's like, "Yeah, it is." So, ex-World of Warcraft developer. Maybe he's got some ideas. He's definitely got the pedigree, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's why I'm saying it has potential as long as they can get, really the right team together and the right research.
Yeah.
Because again, So, I mean, I guess a big thing about it is it going to be it's an MMO, so it's obviously going to be multiplayer, but how do you make a story about League an MMO multiplayer? If it was single player, I think they could have made it absolutely fantastic because then they can make you choose like maybe a select number of certain champions or whatever. I mean, you can play out a certain story about them. They could have done something about making your own.
Who's pounding their desk?
Might have been me with my mic. Sorry.
You gotta stop that. Jesus Christ.
I just want to add something real quick.
Yes.
What's up?
Have we all noticed that anytime we talk about League, Marco talks more than he ever talks in any podcast?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why.
It's his time to shine.
No. Whenever we talk about anything that I like and I know about, I will talk.
That.
Someone just opened their garage door.
Oh yeah.
Actually.
Yep. No, that's definitely you're gonna hear it one more time.
Yeah, of course. It's got to close down.
I may or may not be right above the garage door.
Oh, it's fine. It's only mildly annoying.
But yeah, no. So it's like it makes me wonder like what direction they'll take it as far as like your character development, or if they're just gonna be like here you're your character and you get to interact with all of these other champions and whatnot. So like, we'll see, but I think it definitely has potential.
It has the potential.
Yeah, it can go either very well or really poorly.
You had lots of potential.
I don't even know what is that like. Edna mode.
The only question here is, it's a Riot game. So are they gonna make it free with microtransactions like they have all their other games, or are they gonna make it a paid game without, or even still with?
Or
So much potential for that.
or with the regular MMO model is to buy the game and then also pay for a subscription monthly, right? That is also a route that they could take and probably not even, people won't even get that mad at.
But I don't think they will do that, simply because, I mean, every game rights made has been free.
Right. I mean, but they've never made an MMO.
It's true.
If they made an MMO that was free, then we'd have somewhere to talk about. But
to be fair, I mean, before anything, they had never made a MOBA. They'd never made a shooter.
A MOBA.
MOBA.
A MOBA.
MOBA.
You know, Junior, I'm your drive-up captain tomorrow. All right,
Oh my god. I don't. You guys gotta stop using this podcast to like make it about work.
No. I always make it about.
I was just saying a MOBA.
No, but yeah. So I mean, in my opinion, I still think they'll probably make it free with microtransactions, or even with. I mean, if they make it a monthly subscription, sure. But I don't think they will go that route. But who knows?
We'll see.
Because again, the dude from WoW is working on it, so maybe he'll pitch that to them. Be like, yeah, it's money.
Potentially, yeah. With the League of Legends name, I'm sure they could do a lot of things and have it still be successful.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember BlizzCon from a few years ago where they announced a new Diablo game?
Yes.
For your phone.
I didn't realize it was for the phone, but yeah.
No. So they announced Diablo 4 like in the last couple of last few months. I believe it's E3 of this year. I might be wrong. They announced Diablo 4 literally like in the last year. This thing that I'm talking about now was announced at BlizzCon, I believe, 2 to 3 years ago. Imagine this. You go to a BlizzCon and you're like, wow, it's been a long time since Diablo 3 came out. I'm excited for a new Diablo game. And then they're tweeting, the people at Blizzard are tweeting, they're like, yo, we got a surprise announcement for anyone who loves Diablo. And everyone's like, Diablo 4! And then you're going to this live event and you're just there at the stage, you're like, Diablo 4! And then these developers come out and they're like, guys, do we have a proposition for you? And everyone's like, yeah! And they're like, a new Diablo? Like, yeah! One that you can play on your phone. Everyone's like, yeah! What?
I remember.
It got to the point. It had such a negative crowd response that the dude on stage was like, you guys have phones, right? You guys have phone. You can play this on it.
I remember that. I remember watching that.
Anyways. Thank you for watching my TED Talk. So this story has to do with that mobile game, which has since been dubbed Diablo Immortal. And people got their impressions on it. Specifically, we're looking at the Game Informer impression. He's saying that the game is pretty good. But the controls, the virtual controls, it gotta do the thing. But it's Diablo on your phone, and there's not even like a stamina bar. He mentions that there's not one of those, so you're not like limited to an hour of playing. It's like, oh, you gotta refill your fucking hearts. You know what I mean? You ever play one of those mobile games? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Okay.
You have like energy, stamina, whatever the fuck it is, and you have to wait after you run out. Yeah.
Or you can pay a little bit, little $5 under the door, for an extra hour. So the Game Informer, not reviewer, but previewer, makes it sound like it's going to be pretty good. Like it's going to be what you would expect out of a Diablo game on your phone. Which is, I don't know. That sounds pretty great. Have you guys played Diablo?
No.
Yeah, I played Diablo 3.
Yeah, they're good. Diablo 3 got a lot of hate for whatever reason. I thought it was great.
I really enjoyed
That's
it.
the main one that I've heard of is Diablo 3. I've never played it.
Yeah. You can also play Diablo 2 on Battle.net.
Yeah.
To get Diablo 1, you have to do some weird shit.
It's probably old anyway, so who gives a shit?
It is old, but you have to do some weird shit to get to play that game.
Alrighty, next. Oh wait, I should probably ask the question. Who here would download Diablo Immortal if it turned out to be pretty good?
I mean, if it's free.
Yeah, it looks like the previewer didn't say for sure. Like, he doesn't know if the game's gonna be free. He doesn't even know if there's microtransactions in the game because
Which I'm sure there will be.
yeah, there probably will be.
But it's a mobile game, so
Exactly. The game he previewed was in alpha still. Obviously, a very closed alpha. So not all the features are there, but I mean, if it's if it's a few microtransactions here and there, you could play with your friends, do a little dungeon crawling. Would you be interested?
yeah. I mean, I definitely would be just at least trying it. That's why I said if
Yeah.
it's free to play,
Yeah.
for sure. I'll always give it anything free to play a try. No harm.
I guess we have our Diablo squad right here.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean maybe? You're ringing a doorbell.
It's my washer actually. You were close. You were close. It wasn't as good as my garage door comment, but you were close.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's kind of a garage door opening if you've ever heard one.
Oh, it could have been a microwave.
Could have been a microwave.
Dude,
Could have been a
you don't know
microwave.
what kind of shit you have.
Yeah. I just have a
Your
micro.
industrial fucking oven for all.
I have a fucking microwave just under my, my
Yeah,
desk.
exactly.
I have a microwave, a mini fridge, a little mini oven here too. Never have to leave my room.
Yeah, he has an emergency.
It's an easy bake oven.
A third oven.
Doc. I've got 2 fucking ovens.
Yo,
I've got 3
you're
microwaves. I have 4 easy bakes,
Hey.
dog. Have you even heard of anyone with an easy bake? I have 4 of them.
Are you telling me that you don't have an oven in every room, dude?
I don't even have a microwave. Okay, don't at me.
Don't fucking at
I
me,
don't even
dog.
have food to put in the microwave.
Guys, what is sustenance? What is nourishment? Is it yummy? Does it taste good? Oh, you poor college fuck.
I feel like SpongeBob sometimes. I'm just like,
What do you mean you feel like SpongeBob?
Yeah,
is rich as fuck.
Oh, he had that one episode where he's
did that one episode where he was like, I filter feed.
yeah, exactly.
I
Great.
mean, he is also a sponge.
Yeah, I'm a sponge.
And he's part man.
He also gets free food at the Krusty Krab.
All right.
No,
Real
no.
question, though. Real question.
Mr. Krabs doesn't let that happen. What's up, Junior?
Is his name just Bob and then just like he is a sponge?
No. His name is SpongeBob.
I don't think
His whole
that's
is
right.
it's a
No-
SpongeBob.
No one's ever referred to him as Bob.
Wear pants.
Yeah,
His last
exactly.
name-
Well, okay. What if SpongeBob had a cousin or something? Would his name be like Sponge Steve, or would it just be like a regular ass name?
Well, he does have like relatives. He has family.
Does every sponge
Grandma?
have
The
sponge in its name?
Fucking grandma, I forget what she is, but she looks like a cookie to me.
She does look like
I always
yeah.
thought they were cookies.
I
I always thought they were
I think she was supposed to be just an old sponge.
old sponge.
Yeah, that's how I thought she was.
All crusty and
Your
shit.
mom's an old
Exactly.
sponge.
Weird tangent, but let's get back on topic, boys. Let's get back on this gravy train of news.
What do you mean weird tangent, man? It's SpongeBob. It's never a weird tangent.
So, indie darling Hades, one of the greatest games of the year, Game of the Year nominee, got an update on the Switch specifically so that it can cross-save with PC. Now, it's not the biggest piece of news, but I do want to talk about like how fucking dope would it be to cross-save all of your games?
cool.
Yeah,
It's gonna be dope.
more
Yeah,
games
right.
should do it.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
want that
imagine like
working.
playing like on your PC.
it'd be through a cloud
gotta,
service.
gotta
so,
go,
like,
go out
Oh.
and you take your Switch with you and
Yeah,
keep going. That'd be pretty cool.
you don't have to start over.
exactly.
Would it be through Nintendo or would it be through some like weird platform?
I mean, I'm sure they just get Nintendo to agree to let the saves go through their server down onto the Switch. Probably some sort of cloud service. That'd be my
But do you have
guess.
to buy the game twice?
Oh yeah. You do have to buy the game twice. So that is like the caveat there, right? You do have to purchase the game two times. But for something like Stardew Valley, which I don't believe has cross save, at least not Switch to PC, you like that game goes on sale so much, right? $10 two times, once on PC, once on Switch. I mean that would be worth it to me. I have 100 hours on my Switch. If I could like have a secondary window open while I like write the docket and just play Stardew Valley here and there, and then continue on my Switch in bed, that sounds amazing. That sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like any game that you could get for like $20 or less would definitely be worth it. Well, once you're reaching up to like the higher end games, it's like, yeah, no.
Of course. Once you reach like, Doom Eternal, like if you own it on Switch and PC, like there's no fucking point at that, to spend $60 in that. But I think especially for the Switch, this should be a much more widely implemented practice. Alrighty, let's talk about Nintendo. By the way, did any of you see the Nintendo World presentation at Universal Studios Japan? No?
No.
It's a 15-minute presentation. Shigeru Miyamoto does most of it. He comes out, he's like, yo, I'm Mario's dad. Let's fucking go. It's pretty sick. But Super Nintendo World, I'm going to stop by in my trip to Japan. It should be open by the time you go too, Marco.
Yes.
Isn't it like 2 attractions though?
Yeah.
Awesome attractions.
And a cafe.
Yo, see, I'm not going over there for that. Here, Cade.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Cade. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone goes to Japan just for that, I think they're stupid.
Yeah,
yeah.
See,
of course.
I'm not going for that. I just happen to be going, and it's going to be there. So of course I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, I'm on the same boat there. I'm on the same boat. But this news story is not about that. This is about the fact that Polygon had an interview with the Nintendo of America CEO, Dougie Bowser. That's how he likes to be called by his friends. Dougie.
Kevin, you're not his friend. You can't call him.
Well, here's the thing. Me and him have gone into great lengths about releasing Mother 3 into the West, and we've made some progress to the point where I feel like we're pretty friendly, me and him, me and Mr. Dougie.
I don't know. That seems dangerous.
I follow him on Twitter. He hasn't followed me back, but I'm pretty sure that's because he's just busy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Kevin.
Busy.
He tried to at me, but he accidentally typed Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I was like, "That's not me, Tuggy," but like, whatever, I see you. I see what you're trying to say. Anyways, well, during this interview, he talks about how he believes the Switch is at roughly the midway point in its life cycle. Now, the Switch was released in 2017, March, so 3 years. Most console life cycles last 7 to 10 years. Just for reference, the PS3, 2006 through 2013, that's 7 years, right? Before the new generation came out. I think the PS2 was probably the longest at like 10 years or somewhere like that.
I thought the PS2 came out like.
Oh, maybe even less, actually.
Yeah.
I'm lying. Oh, you know what it was 10 years until like the last game was released. That's what it was. Which was like a Madden 2010, I want to say. Was the last game developed for PS2.
Oh, sorry, it was 2000. Yeah, so the PS2 was released in October of 2000.
There you go. So that had a 6-year life cycle there before the PS3 came out. So this falls in line with tradition. after roughly 6+ years, you roll out the new thing.
You know what the Wii was? What the life cycle for the Wii was?
2006 through 2012. That's the Wii U.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that's
I
also
forgot about
6
the Wii
years.
U. Yeah, I was like, I thought Wii games were like out for a while. But
You were.
Yeah. And I think the GameCube was like what, 2001? 2001 to 2006 with the Wii. So that's only 5 years. So
Yeah.
this falls in line with Nintendo consoles for sure.
what do you think is next?
I think it's more beefier, powerful, thinner Switch.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Where do you go after the Switch? It's like, what do you,
I don't know. It's such a new idea, you know,
Yeah.
being able to connect to your TV and to take it on the go.
Yeah.
to be
Where do you
handheld,
take that? You know?
I think the market is still there. I think you don't change the formula. You just upgrade the hardware.
Yeah.
The Switch is kind of like it's a console that can play like PS3, Xbox 360 quality games with maybe early PS4 era quality, right? But you're not gonna expect to run Last of Us Part 1. I'm surprised Doom Eternal runs on this thing, frankly, but it's very scaled down, obviously, and it's not running at 4K or anything. Yes, Junior.
Which reminds me, Doom Eternal for the PC right now on Steam, it is on sale for 67% off
Yeah, $20
for $19.79.
It's also free on the Xbox Game Pass. So if you have that
It's
for
also-
PC,
yeah, very true, very true.
I'm also on my PS4, so I don't really have to.
yeah.
But do you have your PS4?
Not
I
yet.
will be.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I am having it shipped to me. I have missed it. I need a little bit. I need a little bit of gaming in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get back into Siege. I'm excited to get back into a bunch of the old campaign games.
Hell yes.
Which reminds me,
David?
I got Siege now. So
Oh. It did go on sale. Yeah. You didn't buy the base edition, right? That's like the worst value you can get. Okay.
I got the gold version.
It's like $20 ish, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
$20.
that's the best. That's the best one you can get. Shoot, we got a little distracted there. But yeah. If they can make a Switch that can play like late era PS4, if maybe some of the games can play 4K, at least 60 frames per second, like I think that's the natural next step for it to go. I don't, but it is Nintendo. Who knows what the fuck they're going to do? Because they'll do
Fuck it up.
when people tell them, oh, just make the GameCube again, but make it better. They say no. We're gonna make the fucking Wii, and it's gonna play like dog shit, but you're gonna love it. And everyone did. Everyone played Wii Bowling and the archery game.
The most basic Wii game in Wii Sports.
Yeah. So good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking boxing was the best.
It's always the bald-headed dudes who can't pass, dude. Swear to God.
His name Matt. Dude, Matt was the fucking bald headed.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, you also, I think one of those better things they can do is keep the Switch. Maybe give it a little like refresher, like they did with the Switch Lite, but make it like a newer thing,
Like a Switch Pro.
kind of, yeah. Or the other thing is they could just make a full blown console.
Yeah. I mean,
Instead of like the obviously the handheld thing and whatnot is fine, but they could make a full blown console, and if they do that, I still think they can very easily make the games the same cartridges as the Switch.
Junior, I saw you shaking your head. Do you
Yeah.
agree?
I'm with Junior
But-
on this one.
Man,
I don't know.
The thing that makes the Switch so good. Sorry to cut you off, Junior, but like just taking it on the like playing games that you can play on your TV on the go. Like, how can you say no to that? Just situating the console and making you have to play this at your TV. I don't think Nintendo would be smart in doing that.
Plus, I mean, look at the whole handheld console like thing. You know, you go from the DS, which
Yeah.
had shitty fucking graphics, to something that actually looks decent. Like I look at my Switch and I'm playing Animal Crossing. I'm like, God damn, this actually looks nice. So yeah, I'm very easily impressed by the whole take it on the go, but also play it on your.
That's
TV.
why they could also just do like a dual thing, like they did with the like the PS4s and the Xboxes. They can make like a Kevin said like a Switch Pro, and so you can still have that option, and then they can also do a new release of a new console. That's more of just a console based and not handheld.
Junior, you were gonna say something?
I mean, in a way, the reason why the Switch like sold so much is because of the nostalgia that a lot of like the parents had of playing their like Game Boys and stuff like that at a quality that you can get at a console level.
Yeah, that's a big part of it for sure.
Yeah, and the reason why the Lite sold so well was because it was just a more portable version of the Switch. Now, if you switch that to like just switch it. But if you switch it to like a full-blown console, like that just makes it harder for parents to justify the buy, because if you're buying a console, then why not just buy a PS5 or an Xbox? I feel like what they'll do is not run USB-C. I think they'll do like a Thunderbolt.
Do you want to know?
And then probably run like a GPU, like some type of accessory that you can mount onto it, so it can run heavier graphics, like some of like the A titles. But I don't know. They'll probably add an addition, like probably the Lite, some type of screen thing, like they try to do with the Wii U. Remember how they did that?
Yeah.
I don't know why it doesn't matter what Nintendo does with their new consoles. They will always sell.
You say that, but the GameCube didn't sell well. The Wii U didn't sell well. The Nintendo 64 disc drive didn't sell well. You know what I mean? It's not like the Virtual Boy. They don't only put out hits. It's just when they hit, it's a home run. But when they miss, they strike out very, very hard. The bat's going in the fucking ground.
Well, the thing is that like Nintendo will always have their exclusives, unlike the other consoles, which I'm pretty sure are just going to get ported to PC eventually.
Yeah,
I highly doubt Nintendo will ever do that.
Yeah, I doubt it as well.
If they do, maybe in a couple decades.
They'd make so much money, but it's not their style. It is not their style at all. Lastly, before we move on, just to bring up the Switch Pro thing, I really don't think that's going to happen. Because if it was, I think it would have either been announced, or I think it might have even come out by now. Now that it's in the halfway point, like let's give it another 4 years, right? If it hasn't been announced yet, that means it's probably not coming out this year, or it's coming out super late this year. Which means that if you have a Switch Pro, you're only gonna have 3 years of development for just that thing, and
I honestly think it's gonna be an accessory
if they do it at all, and I don't think they will. I think the days of accessories are that, like like the disc drive and the what's another one? That's the only one I can really think of. But accessories that increase the quality of the games are long and gone since the 90s.
As you say that, well, you are right. And the fact that we probably won't get it because it's so late. The PS4 Pro didn't come out until 3 years after the PS4 did.
Totally. Yeah. But the PS4 Pro, I think what it was able to do well is that it took existing games and made them play better, because the games were designed, like when you develop a game for PS4, you're kind of developing for PC first, even if it's a Sony exclusive, right? You're designing it for PC first, and then making it compatible with the PS4. It's easy to take that and be like, all right, let's make it better, run better, 60 frames per second, and increase, 4K. But with a Switch, can you imagine Animal Crossing being better at 4K with 60 frames per second? Probably not. I don't think that's going to be a draw for consumers. I think developers aren't going to feel like it's a necessary thing to develop for. And it's just going to split the market a little bit. Are you going to make games that can only run on the Switch Pro, but not on the regular Switch? If you make a game for the Switch, how much better can you make it for the Switch Pro? I really don't think the ceiling's that high. That's worth it for consumers to spend more money and for Nintendo to put the R&D into it. I don't know.
I think that'll be along the lines of like possibly like some type of connection with the Switch. It's going to be some weird little gadget that you can buy that can serve as a controller, but also play as a mobile thing where you can play in a different room or whatever.
I like that a lot. Yeah, if you could have like the Switch and have that be your controller maybe at home, but then also you take it and all your saves are on your controller. You take that and that's also your gaming, console on the go. That's an interesting idea for sure. That way you don't have to like undock every single time either. You have your mobile console already in your hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a potential future, but who knows what's gonna happen? Nintendo's weird, but we love them for it. I think we can end this conversation here, boys. And with that, we have concluded the Consumer Report. Yep, that's the ending note that I wanted.
That's the new voice. Yep.
Never know what he's gonna do.
Oh my goodness. All right, boys. It is time for the what do I call it? What do I fucking call it? The Zoomer panel.
It's been too long. It's been too long.
I gotta write it down. I still have it as the main topic of discussion in the docket. I just gotta write Zoomer panel from now on. This week, it is the Cyberpunk PowerDunk Hour, in which we power dunk on Cyberpunk. Is that pretty self-explanatory?
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
So let's be real. Cyberpunk 2077, one of the biggest releases of all time, just in general. The hype, insane. No Man's Sky probably was it for a while, and then Cyberpunk came out. Objectively speaking, the game isn't doing too hot right now, right? But before we get into that, let's go into it step by step. You were gonna say something, Kate?
No, it's okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
All right. Well, let's start off with our first impressions, our individual first impressions. Kate, you can talk about what you've seen other people play, if you've seen any gameplay. Word on the street. What have you been hearing? What have you been seeing?
So I've seen about 40 hours of gameplay from one of my favorite streamers.
That's like
he plays it on Ultra, on his PC.
On his PC, yeah.
There's only been a couple bugs on the PC where he's had to restart the game because it's game breaking.
Okay.
But the rest of the bugs that I've seen so far, kind of similar to Skyrim in the sense of it just makes the game better. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's fucking driving around in his car, and then all of a sudden the models for the characters suddenly pop out doing a fucking T-pose.
Yeah.
I think that's funny, dude. But no, I think it's a beautiful game. I think it's got so much detail put into it, and just the detail alone, just makes me drool.
Yeah.
I look at this game and I'm like, God damn!
It's
like
beautiful.
I really want to fucking play this.
Mm-hmm.
Each building is like an actual building. Like you can go inside and look and see like what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, a lot of a surprising amount of the buildings are fully explorable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not just a box that with some textures on it, and I really do appreciate that.
Mhm.
And me and Kevin kind of like talked about that, huh?
Yeah.
At the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. The fuck the I think the one of the best things about it though, I think is just like the side missions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not repetitive at all. Each one has its own little plot to it, and each one has successfully engaged me. Like I feel like I'm actually enjoying each different subplot and each different side mission because of how uh, well done the story is. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know how to describe
The
that.
the writing is
The writing, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what I. But goddamn, dude, like it's.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm glad you like watching it. It's fun to play.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna buy it when it comes out on PC when you get your PC built and it like goes on sale or something? I know you've seen a lot of it already.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's part of the reason why I'm building my PC. But yeah, no, I want to experience it firsthand and really get the most out of it because there's so much to explore and so much lore in it. I just want the entire experience. So
Good. Junior, you've played I think the most out of anyone here.
Yeah, I have like 85 hours.
Jesus Christ! The game came out like last week, dog.
Yeah.
And
All
he says
right.
he works?
this is coming from the guy that was gonna wait,
Yeah. You were the only one who was gonna hold out. Now you're balls deep.
Now he's deeper than any one of us.
So yeah, without spoiling the story, how would you describe your experience? First of all, like what kind of hardware do you have?
What do you mean?
Like your GPU? I guess yeah. Just tell us your GPU.
Oh, well, I'm running it on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 2070. It's an i7.
What are you
I
running
think the
with?
display is the only thing that's like really kind of, but I have my TV that's 4K, so I play it off of that.
Okay.
Dude, graphically, on ultra settings, that's what like it's, pretty much basic. That's like its basic setting is ultra, and then I kind of do like some texture stuff to like make sure that I get some of the best textures. I really like it. Honestly, it's like coming from Skyrim. I didn't get that in Skyrim. I love the textures. I love an RPG, so like just being able to like fucking roam around. I'm a fucking perfectionist too, so like I'm trying to like pick up every fucking thing during every fucking mission. That's the reason why I have some like OP guns right now, even though like it's like so far ahead. I feel like if it wasn't for the textures that were in the game and how beautiful it looks, I probably would stop playing it. But because it is, and because of the story writing, I can oversee like the little small like mechanical details, like the car is kind of like wonky to drive.
Yeah, driving's weird.
How sometimes you can go through certain places, but you can't go through certain places. Or why the fuck there's not like a full like, crouch down kind of motion where you're like in full stealth mode on the floor.
Oh, like a prone?
Yeah, like there's just a straight crouch or standing up. There's no prone. So it's like that kind of bugs me. I feel like that's like a oversight that they saw. Because like in one of the scenes, you're clearly in a prone position and you're like, why couldn't they just fucking add this? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why is it part of a cutscene but not gameplay? It's a little bit of that that dissonance between what the game perceives itself and what the game actually plays as. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a small attention to detail that I was like, kind of turned me off a little bit, but just overall, just because of how good the game is, I kept on playing. Obviously, 85 hours in, I really like it, but I think it's a good thing that didn't make the world any bigger than it was. I feel already overwhelmed.
I actually
on,
agree.
How I have to go from like one place to another, and I'm like, fuck, I have to drive there. Let me find like a fast point, but like, there's not a lot of them, so I'm just like,
yeah.
And then there's like different levels, and you're like, I have to fucking go down the street. Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like it overall.
Good. Very, very detailed description there. Marco,
What's up?
Cyberpunk, initial impressions. Oh, he's thinking.
Cool.
It's cool. It's cool,
Yeah.
everyone.
I've literally played the intro,
Yes.
got through the whatever tutorial thing, and that's it. Took me about 2 hours to get through that.
Yeah. Not very long intro. When you say you got through the intro, do you mean you've gone to the nightclub, or you mean you've done the actual like intro mission?
I've done the actual intro mission, so
Okay.
I've saved the girl, and then I did that, and then I haven't done anything else past that.
Oh, okay.
Save the girl. You saved
Save
the
the
girl.
Girl is the mission that they showed in like trailers and gameplay trailers and shit like that. Yeah.
Kevin's like, what the fuck is this?
Save the girl.
Kevin.
I don't remember saving girl. I don't remember saving girl, boys. Do you infiltrate Arasaka?
Which
That's later. That's later.
That's
Kevin.
later. What? When do you rescue a girl?
You pull her out of a bathtub of ice.
Oh,
There he is.
Gotcha. I forgot that even happened. The trauma thing.
Literally,
Yeah.
the fucking game.
Yeah, that is the first thing that happens.
that character actually comes back.
Interesting.
No, yeah,
No spoilers.
So, Marco,
but
no spoilers.
the prologue is actually
longer.
much. You're like barely halfway through the prologue.
Yeah.
I went and I talked to what was his name?
Jackie?
No, not Jackie. The dude you were gonna meet with, who's gonna like give you a job.
Oh yeah, Dexter Deshawn. My
I
man.
went to his fancy car, sat next to the big boy smoking a cigar, and then he dropped me off, and then I drove around for about 30 seconds, and that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah, you've just started like the mission
To start
to start the prologue. Yeah. Have you encountered any serious bugs? Any annoying bugs, but not game breaking?
I mean, one very almost, I would probably say game breaking. My computer, for some reason, decides to just be like, yo, I can't run this.
Yeah.
And just go from being nice and clean one moment to, yeah, I'm going to play at like 10 frames per second now. I'm like,
Interesting. You might have to change some settings there. Yeah.
yeah.
I had that issue too,
I've been
and for whatever
trying.
reason, like the default setting was ultra, and then for whatever reason, I had to knock it down to like the most basic, and then knock it back up. I don't know why, but it did. Like there was like a moment. There was just like a moment I had to play on the basic for like a good maybe like 3 hours of the game.
And then you moved it back to ultra, and it played like normal.
Yeah,
Interesting.
like I shut it down and then restarted it, and I
Wait,
went back to
So,
ultra.
what life path did you choose, Marco, by chance?
I
Nomad,
The,
Corpo,
No, the Corpo.
Corpo. So
Really? Okay.
it could be something tied directly to, because all the like intros are unique,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
just for like the first hour,
yeah,
for
yeah.
all the life paths. So maybe there's something there. Junior, were you Corpo as well, or?
Street Kid.
Oh, never mind.
What were you?
Yeah, we were here. We
Street
started
Kid, yeah.
together, Kevin.
I do remember now. I do
Yeah,
remember.
I was like, oh, you're going. I heard you going Nomad. I'm like, oh, I've seen all these videos of everyone going Nomad, so I'm gonna go Corpo.
Yeah.
And then Junior's like, okay, I'm gonna go Street Kid.
I don't think it really made a difference, to be honest.
It doesn't make a huge difference. They
It
made
gives
it
you different options for
dialogue here and there,
dialogue and
but
consequences.
they're not impactful. Like all the options for dialogue are almost always the blue text, which is very like this is supplemental dialogue. You don't have to choose this option. Only a couple of times have I seen it be yellow text, but it's basically the same as like the non-nomad option anyways. So it's like
some of the blue text actually goes like if you have a piece of information, like the little shards that you can pick up.
Yeah.
There's like little shards, and then there's like depending on like your physical strength and like or how cool you are or whatever that like affects like some of the options you have.
Like it'll lead
like,
to
yes,
more yellow.
I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that happen here and there.
Sometimes even on side quests, like if you like if like you have an item in your backpack, if you like hack it and like encrypt it and stuff like that, and you like look at it, it does affect like the dialogue you have with the character as well. So like some of like the blue lines will then become yellow because of it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I've not seen that happen, but I haven't gone super far into the story. So
I wonder for certain like character NPC relations or whatever, whether or not it matters like which beginning path you chose. Like for example, Pan being a nomad, I wonder if it's easier to kind of get in a relationship with her if you're a nomad as opposed to a street kid.
Both nomad and street kids have like a hatred for Corpo, so I feel like there would be like a difficulty with like getting a relationship with Pan as a Corpo versus like
yeah.
a street kid.
Yeah.
Because like technically Pan has like a background in being a nomad, but she became more of like a Night City street kid when she came into the city. So there's like her dip in both worlds, but there's like a lot of trash talking on Corpos.
You'll have to tell us how it is, Marco, when you get to it.
Yeah.
I shall tell you.
Any other things of note, Marco?
After the holidays.
Yes.
No, not really. Not that I've experienced.
Yeah.
Had a really funny bug with my friend that he had to restart the game. Well, he didn't have to restart the game, but it was hilarious because I think he had killed someone or something, and then I don't know if it glitched or if he ran them over, and then stopped his car. So he has his car like here, and the body's like in the middle of the car, in between the wheels.
Oh yeah. The texture clipping. Yeah.
And no, it's just like when you run over
It just
someone
randomly floats.
or when like you go under a car like on your back just to look at it. It was like that. It's like he was under the car, and whenever he tried to drive, he hit the body, just didn't move. He was just stuck. Like the body was just causing his car to be just stuck there. It was the funniest thing ever. It was hilarious. But I haven't seen any like game breaking bugs.
Not early, yeah.
From what I've seen, there's one glitch in particular that I feel like could potentially be really rough. Being and that glitch is the invincibility for enemies. Like doesn't matter how much you shoot them, doesn't matter what you do to them, they just won't die. If you're at a point in the story in which you can't leave the fight and that happens,
yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah,
you would have
I
to
actually have a bone to pick with that.
Yeah,
I literally have a fucking bone to pick with that.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a point. Not to spoil so much, but like you have a fight with Oda. bro, the entire time you're in combat mode and you can't fucking save and leave because you have to get out of the combat mode or
To
else
save,
you
yeah.
fucking restart.
Yeah.
And like it's so fucking hard. Like already a lot of these like boss fights are overpowered. Like you literally like your gun, like your strongest gun, no matter how much you fucking been crafting it and making it to a fucking legendary gun, like it does barely any damage. Like I literally spent like an hour trying to beat Oda. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I can't fucking leave the game, go to sleep. I have to fucking finish this fight so I can fucking go to sleep.
What difficulty are you playing it on?
I'm playing on the like the most difficult.
Most difficult, okay.
Yeah. And like the guns that you pick up aren't like all that helpful. You have to go searching on the side quests so you can get some of these like legendary or like iconic rare guns.
And then even if you
like
get them, you have to upgrade them as you go to really bring out the full potential. Yeah.
And then some of them can't even be like fully upgraded to legendary. There's like, for whatever reason, some of the iconic ones can't go all the way to legendary. There's like no path for it. I don't know if that's just a bug or a patch that needs to come in, but you just can't. And it kind of fucking sucks because they're like the best guns that you can possibly get. And there's no other gun that you can upgrade to that level where you can just be like, oh yeah, this totally will beat one of these bosses.
Totally. Yeah, that can be annoying for sure. Overpowered bosses with like not a lot of paths to beat it, other than just like putting a shit ton of bullets in it, right?
I probably go like you can stock up on so much ammo. Like I probably to beat Oda, I had like at least 400 in one of my pistols. I had like 92 on my shotguns. I had like 300 something on my fucking sniper, and fucking had to go through almost 400 fucking on my pistols, and then like on my shotguns. My grenades, I had to go through like 10. I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you get some pretty cool shit off of it.
Of course,
you get some pretty cool shit.
I think it's hard to make boss fights for first-person shooters in general. The only ones I can think that are super successful is Titanfall, but you have like a fucking mech also to deal with it, so it's like it doesn't really count. Kind of sucks that the boss fights are frustrating. Because those should be high moments in the game. I feel, but it's sounding like a low. Yeah,
frustrating.
Yeah.
There is patterns for them, so it makes it easier once you like realize the pattern of like this character, what he does, or when he stops.
Yeah, like
he runs and then he stops running to shoot you, and like you have to like realize that he stopped shooting you or he's healing, and then that's when you like take advantage. But those are just like some of the mechanics that are just like, why do I have to go through this in depth,
I'm with it. Alrighty. Well, I guess the only experience left is mine. And boys, let me tell you, 1650 Super running with an i7 3rd generation. Not great.
No.
Not great. A lot of bugs, mostly texture bugs. It probably plays as well as it does on a PS4 Pro. So take that as you will. It's the most annoying. They're nothing game breaking yet. The most annoying thing that's happened is that like trees, foliage that is in like the background, not even in the background, like visible, like there's a wall, right? And that like behind that wall there'd be some trees there, right? That shit like cuts through the wall and it becomes visible. If I'm driving, that'll happen as well. So starting all the time. Starting off as a nomad is the worst thing with this bug because there's only foliage. And then you're like driving and you crash into the side of a building, and then finally the building pops up because you're now in front of the fucking foliage that was in front. Like, oh dude, it's awful. It was awful starting off as a nomad. So if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have started off like that. in terms of the gameplay, in terms of the mechanics, it's good. I like the shooting. Some people say it feels stiff. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Some people were saying Keanu's voice acting isn't great. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I fucking love Keanu.
Keanu.
He's so good.
Keanu.
Dude, he says some lines where I'm like, dog, I just gotta chill down my spine. Like, John Wick's talking to me right now. It's so good. I love Keanu in this game.
Some of his lines, dude, like it's weird. It's weird hearing Keanu say them.
You think so?
Like,
have you seen a John Wick movie?
I have, but like
he says shit all the time.
I don't know, man. Like, this is some other stuff. Like, I'm used to like Neo, you know, so like this kind of like innocent,
That makes
like
sense.
yeah. And now there's this rocker boy, you know, who's fucking saying
great.
like
It's so good.
It's so John.
sense, dude.
So I'm past the prologue. I'm a little bit farther than Marco. I've done a bunch of side missions. Wow, nice. I just a burp from the corner. I haven't done too much in terms of the main story, but I'm enjoying what I've done so far. Just a quick zoom in there, Junior. I'm gonna play the game more, but I'm waiting on some more patches. That's all I'm really waiting for, or for me to upgrade my graphics card, because 1650 isn't cutting it, dog. It's
Definitely should do it.
yeah. Well, if Nvidia would actually get stock,
It's true.
I would actually buy it. So
Right? Dude, it's so hard.
it's like
eBay's selling it for $800. Just saying.
oh my
I
god.
think me and Cade spent like 2 hours trying to look for one.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god, me and Junior spent so long looking for any graphic card. Not even like previous gen. Like
Yeah.
trying to find a 1660 was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. But you don't want a 1660. Just trust me on that.
I have one.
Oh,
Like yeah, that was the
We
max
ended up
I could
with
get.
one.
that was the only thing?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was literally the only
2070s were out, 2080s were out.
Did you get it for like 200?
I thought we went Radeon.
Not anymore, dog.
Yeah,
Not-
no, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you
it
go.
was Radiant. Wait. Shit. Ow. This hurts.
Yeah, I think we went AMD because that was the only thing in stock.
Yeah, no, you're right. We went Radiant.
Mhm.
It was the RX 588. No, 580.
Disgusting.
Mhm.
I know. I didn't want to, but
Get
it
him out of
was,
here.
it was more important for me to be able to get my PC all built and everything.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
him
with
out
it.
Have the parts that I wanted.
And it was cheaper. It was one of the cheaper
Yeah.
options.
It was-
like that.
yeah,
he,
it
he
was
didn't
a
break
lot
the
cheaper.
bank.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it was $250 altogether.
Yeah, making a little budget PC, but it sounds like it's gonna still be more powerful than mine. So anyways, boys, now that we're
and then I'm over here saying I should kind of want to upgrade mine.
yeah. Now that we're done
Oh.
talking about our first impressions,
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
let's go into some of the biggest stories about this game, and then we'll give our 2 cents about it. So, last gen performance on the game, PS4, Xbox One, so bad. This is unprecedented.
I haven't seen any gameplay, so like, when you say how bad are we talking?
20 frames per second max with textures loading in very poorly. Lots of more bugs than there are on the PC version, which usually it's the opposite, right? Usually there's way more bugs on the PC version than the optimized, PS4 and Xbox versions.
So just for context, are we talking about like the Series X PC?
No,
like PS5?
we're talking PS4, Xbox One.
Okay.
So an unprecedented move. Sony took the game down off the PlayStation Store for PS4 and issued refunds for anyone wanting them. That's never happened with a AAA game.
Oh my god!
Hey, but
Xbox hasn't removed it from the store, but they are giving refunds.
it's a
Because
game.
it just
meant
proves
for
the point.
next
It just
gen.
proves the point that PC is better than console.
Well,
We've always known that. We've always known.
wait a minute. The PS5
Bro.
and the Xbox Series versions are doing very well. People love those
Okay.
versions, but the PS4 and Xbox versions,
How well?
I mean, not as well as a 3070, but people are playing it at 60 frames, 1080, or maybe 30 frames, but still 1080, 4K. I don't know what the fuck they're playing on. I just know that people like playing it on the PS5. Some other things. Don't let your save file get above 8 megabits, says CD Projekt Red. Because if you do, your save file might get corrupted. Now, how do you keep your save file from going over 8 megabits? Well, they suggest not carrying a lot of shit in your inventory, and you should probably be fine.
Jesus Christ.
Just so you know, you can upgrade your inventory count. This is a thing, and decrease, upgrade the weight, blah blah.
Clearing.
So you can, yeah, exactly. So you can carry a bunch of shit, but not anymore. Don't do it. If you do, you might not be able to play your save anymore.
Just disassemble everything you get.
Just this, yeah.
You just keep
Honestly.
the iconic shit, disassemble everything you got, and just carry a bunch
The
of.
only way you're gonna be able to afford all the cars that they keep sending you notifications about.
Is to sell, yeah,
No,
yeah.
bro, dude.
Do they send you a
1,000 of them. I'm
shit
like,
ton of cars?
"Are you
Yeah.
serious? What the fuck?
Can I just say, riding around on that motorcycle, wow, it's great. I love Jackie's
Oh,
motorcycle.
bro, the mechanics. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
wait. Have you? Oh, Marco.
Marco, don't worry about it.
Damn, Marco.
If I have Jackie's motorcycle, I think you know why. It's in the game trailers, Marco. Jackie dies.
I don't know. I just heard you
I
say
wasn't
someone
talking about
dies.
that
And
one.
I've never seen
I was
the game
talking
trailer,
about
so I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't know exactly what.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, Junior?
Huh?
What is
I'm
Junior
talking
talking
about
about?
Scorpions. It was
Scorpions.
a side mission.
No,
You get
I don't
another
think so.
motorcycle.
No, I don't think I
Wait,
did that
wait,
one.
You're talking about the Scorpion?
Yeah.
Scorpion, yes, is very nice. The
I need to get that.
Jackie's bike, yeah,
Mhm.
it's not very good.
What? I like Jackie's bike.
It's
Look, I haven't had another motorcycle,
handling
so.
is shit. It's handling is shit.
All right.
You get another car actually. There's a side mission after you get further down the line. The second time you invade Arasaka.
Thanks, Junior.
Thanks, Junior. Yeah, no spoilers.
Well, I mean, everyone sees that coming. Let's be real.
Yeah, of course.
After
Of
you do
course.
the first one, yeah.
True. You
Um,
still gotta, spit it out.
no. This is a side mission. Like, don't mess up because there's like a way that you can get like a special car.
Interesting. I do
it's
like special
actually-
cars.
It's actually the car that you get driven to the first time.
Oh,
very thing.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's a life path for that. So you have to like get like certain attributes before like to get that dialogue in order to get that car.
Interesting.
Because if you don't have it, then you can't get it.
Let's see here. Other than corrupted game save files, there has been CD Projekt Red staff problems. Specifically, they're confronting management over the production of the game, saying that you guys fucking crunched us, and there still was a quality issue. Why the fuck did you say in January that the game was basically done? That was clearly a mistake and a lie. You know what I mean? So they confronted the management about a bunch of this shit. Bloomberg reported this, so this is all verified and all. There's even an internal staff video, I believe, of this confrontation. So this game is not just making gamers mad, it's making the people who made it mad. They're not happy with how the game was handled and how it shipped out, right? this begs the question: should the game have been delayed more? Like,
Probably.
would that have been the move here?
Without a doubt. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like how, I mean, yeah, sure, it got delayed a little bit this time around, but it definitely should have gotten delayed for a much longer period of time.
Now you say a little bit, but I mean, its initial release was supposed to be March last year, I believe, or maybe no, it was supposed to be holiday last year, and then it got moved to March this year. So it's been delayed for quite a bit of time already, and that was already with 6 years of development confirmed. It's kind of
I
a shitty thing, shitty situation. You either release the game the way it came out, which they did, or you get even memed more than you already were about delaying your game.
Dude, okay, so yeah, I don't understand. Like, memes are fucking memes. No one gives a fuck about them. Sure, you're gonna get people giving you shit about delaying your game and whatnot, but at the end of the day, what really matters is people giving you shit about delaying a game or having a good, successful game coming out later rather than earlier, and then getting shit on because of everything that's happening with it.
Yeah.
but it's not a bad game.
No,
It's
no, not even
It's
a little
really
bit. We are gonna make that clear. This game is fucking amazing. I love this game.
I think honestly they released it at the proper time.
Mm.
Everyone's home. No one is doing anything else. Living a life somewhere else is kind of what people need right now. Kind of like the same case with Cade and Animal Crossing. It came out at the right time. There's a lot of people already getting like, four wall syndrome. Living a life in a different world is definitely something people need.
Yeah.
Especially people that are very social. And I feel like this is a good outlet. I think that maybe they should have worked on how it handles within like Xbox One and probably the PS4, because not only do people like, they should have thought about, not a lot of people can get their hands on the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, but we weren't anticipating for the inventory that we got.
Yeah.
It was kind of shitty in the first place, but I think overall it came out exactly what it needed to be.
See, maybe the timing was good, which is probably why they released it when they did.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not ready to be released.
Totally.
No.
I think,
But they definitely rushed the release because of it.
yeah, both statements are true. It's rushed and wasn't ready, but it was the perfect time to release. Another thing to note is that when they sent out review copies for people, to talk about the game and stuff, they only sent out PC copies. They didn't even send PS5 or Xbox Series copies. So there's a little bit of this narrative that like CD Projekt Red was aware that the game didn't run very well on PS4 and Xbox One, and didn't tell anyone.
I mean, that seems kind of obvious to me. I mean, they're the ones who are testing the games. They're the ones developing, the games. I mean, they have to know.
They have to know, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way they didn't know that it wasn't going to work on the PS4 and the Xbox Series X or whatever.
But I think the narrative was already there. That like it's not for,
See, but Junior,
graphics.
if you remember, the game was not even announced for PS5 and Xbox Series because those consoles weren't even announced when this game was supposed to come out. This was originally supposed to be a holiday PS4 2019 game. You know what I mean? This game was supposed to be made for that gen. And the fact that it doesn't work as promised, it's like, I don't know. If they made a Oh, go ahead.
Do you think that they would have known about the PS5 before it was announced?
I'm sure they did.
Because I feel like that would kind of make sense. They would have a little bit more time to prepare for the PS5. Maybe even, by the time they had learned about it, maybe the PS4 version wasn't nearly complete yet. And so they were like, okay, well, fuck it. We're just going to go for the PS5 version because it's probably not going to be even available in the PS4 version,
right?
Or on the PS4 rather. and so they kind of put that off until they realized, oh shit, they're asking for PS4 versions as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so.
But that's due to
I
the
don't know,
lack of inventory for a lot of like
Yeah,
the new
totally.
consoles.
Yeah.
While we're on this note, this is a great topic because like do you think that they should have just not made the game on PS4 and Xbox One as soon as they learned that PS5 and Xbox Series was coming out? Because the where we are right now, they were clearly just spread too thin. They had teams working on 5 versions of a game, right? It's hard enough to make 3, right? 2 for the competing consoles and 1 for PC, right? And even when you're making it for PC, you got to make sure it works on a wide range of hardware. But now you've got 5 types of optimization you have to do. You probably have a team for each, right? You take away those 2 those 2 teams, you move them into the to the other 3 teams, and you have maybe a better chance of making the PC and current gen, the new gen games, come out in a better state. Do you think that would have been a possibility, or do you think there were maybe like pressure from Sony and Microsoft to make sure the game comes out on the last gen?
No, definitely. Definitely pressure from Sony. I think the best move for Cyberpunk and for Sony, to be honest, would have been to let the PS5 come out, and then, like, you know, maybe a year after or so,
Like a remaster?
then release. Well, no, then release Cyberpunk specifically on PS5.
Yeah.
Because that gives people time to get the PS5 to experience the PS5 as well, because like, you know, you when the PS5 came out, you know, not many people had their hands on it, and so if they had just made a PS5 game, it would not have sold nearly as much.
But you could say that Cyberpunk is even though it's not a first person game for Sony or Microsoft, it is a system seller for that new gen, right? They probably knew that and pressured for those copies as well.
Which would have been fine if Sony had gotten their shit together and actually made enough PS5s.
Right. But even ignoring that, like, scarcity creates demand. You know what I mean? A lack of supply usually means there's a lot of people right now who want a PS5 jumping at the gun to get one, right? I mean, no publicity is bad publicity, as much as people are complaining that they can't get their hands on a PS5. When it does become widely available and widely in stock, there's going to be a shit ton of people buying them.
But doesn't that create more of a narrative for like Cyberpunk and people wanting the PS5? If anything, the release of Cyberpunk and the fact that it's not running as well on the Xbox and PlayStation 4 makes a bigger narrative and bigger sales for the Xbox and PlayStation. I feel like this was very strategically put. Although there's minor things and like certain little things like glitches, it's not an unplayable game for like PC or
of course
new gen consoles. It's old gen consoles, and I think this is what you'll see in any like mega upgrade, right? This is when we like how we saw from like graphics cards from like way back then to now, is that people weren't playing PC as much, but now with like the new 1080s and the 2070s and like the new 3000 series, like people are getting into the PC grind, and it's building like this new community. And I feel like that's what maybe Microsoft and Sony like pressured them to do, is like release it so you can see like the difference between the old gen consoles and the new gen consoles, and like why you need a new gen console.
See, but
that's interesting.
I
like that.
That would be interesting. They'd have to be okay with the idea of the fucking again, bad publicity, you know, is still, you know, a net positive, but
yeah,
it's like the logistics of like all those refunds, You know what I mean? And all the fucking
Well, it's not Cyberpunk issuing the refunds.
no, it's Sony issuing refunds.
It's Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're taking the bite out of it because they know that people are more likely to buy a PS5 now because it's no longer playable on the PS4.
I don't know.
It's not like going from the PS3 to the PS4 where like there wasn't a huge change, but there's like new games that came out on the PS4.
Hmm.
There's not any new games that you can play on the PS5.
Not a whole lot, for
but
sure.
this one game,
Yeah.
you know, it's Cyberpunk.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah,
I'm with you. I still think that would be. I still think that's like now. It's 40 chess, for sure. But I think that's still not even the best move. I think the best move would just be to not even release it on PS4 and Xbox One to begin with. But we can disagree on that. Also, we gotta acknowledge that like CD Projekt Red probably had investor pressure as well, just to get the game released as soon as possible. 7 game development cycles are unheard of. They usually don't spell good news. Looking at Last Guardian took over 10 years. I'm trying to think of other notable games that got. Final Fantasy 15 was 7 or 8 years. Development cycles should not be that long. I don't know. It's just Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red under immense pressure. Love goes out to the developers. You made a fucking bananas game. It's just unfortunate, the state it had to come out.
Yeah.
Is there any feature you feel is lacking from the game that could have been added? For example, I think if they had more times, and I think this is what they wanted to do, I think they wanted all the life paths to be unique gaming experiences, right? But they're all basically just branches that come off to the same point in the prologue and then go off. I would have preferred it to be like branches that go to the same point maybe until the climax and then they become the same story. But the way they do it here, it's such a small little divergence that it barely even matters what life path you choose. I think they could have added that better, added a more of that if they had more time. Anyone else had something they would like to see added to the game, maybe patched in, maybe that could have been a day one thing?
Not at the moment.
Really,
It's just yours.
Yeah.
Because I really would have loved to have like unique things from a different life paths, like maybe certain like certain access to different technologies, different weapons, different like really things like that. Obviously your choices and dialogue. But yeah, that would have been nice to have.
I don't know if they like went over crafting in any of the tutorials.
No, they did not. They did not at all.
And I felt like I went pretty far into the game, like maybe like good 40 hours in, and I probably didn't know anything about crafting until those 40 hours, and I'm like, oh wait, what does this crafting button do?
You have to do it yourself, yeah.
I'm like upgrading. Wait, I can upgrade my guns? Yeah. I have this fucking much material? Hold up.
They definitely don't make it. I don't even think there's a blurb. I don't think they talk about it at all, that there's crafting in the game.
I thought you like went to a gun shop and
then
you did it there, but like it's like on the fly, and I'm like, no one told me this.
Yeah, this gun could have been like 5 more levels and no one's told me? The fuck's going on, dog?
Just like I'm fucking level 21 with street cred of like 30, and I barely know what fucking crafting is. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, there is something to say about like hand holding. Hand holding can be really annoying. Can be, I think hand holding is better than not telling me about an entire mechanic, though. So
yeah, for sure. I definitely don't. I hate hand holding. But I obviously like to know everything I can do in a game, even if it doesn't like step by step tell you. Just tell me you can do it.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah, just be like, oh, by the way, you can craft your own guns.
Yeah.
There.
Like
That's,
cool.
that's
I mean,
literally the dialogue I needed.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
cool.
I'm sure there was a blurb. I bet you for sure there was a blurb that like I just skipped through. There had to have been like a thing of text that pops up and been like, "Yo, you can craft," and I was just like, "Crafting, cool, whatever." And then I forgot about it like an hour later because they didn't really teach me. No,
No.
for sure.
No.
Oh.
I read everything. Every single dialogue. Every fucking thing. I read it.
Okay.
I don't read normally, but I read it.
Okay.
Because I knew there would be one thing that I fucking don't know. This was the one
This is
thing I
it.
don't know that was not came up. That did not fucking come up.
All right. I guess then that's they need to add a tutorial for that for sure. Because even like discovering it for yourself, you never know if you feel like you're like forgetting or not like understanding a certain aspect of crafting. Right now, you can craft and you can do basic crafting. Is there advanced crafting? Is there something you need special materials for? I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you right now off the bat. I haven't gone too deep into it. So let's see. What is the most positive thing you can give Cyberpunk in like a couple of words?
The story and material in the world is intriguing and enticing to a person, and I feel like that really brings me back to wanting to play more of the game. Is like, oh, what gun can I find next, or what like new thing can I see that is completely different? Like there's like so many points in these buildings where you can just see the entire city.
Yeah.
And like I understand that you're not playing on ultra settings.
It still looks beautiful. It still looks
not
great.
to pull a Marco here, but like
not to flex with your 12 ovens.
but like the textures and like the lighting looks extremely realistic.
Yeah.
It looks like you're actually looking at a picture of, I guess this is based in like LA somewhere.
Someone told me Morro Bay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody said that. I don't remember. Somebody at my work. There's like references to Morro Rock in the game somewhere. I haven't verified that.
There's also like, it's like in Pacifica, and then there's like, but like I feel like that's a Venice thing. I think that's like
I have no
different
idea.
parts of California.
Just
I know it's
clumped
based
together.
in California.
Yeah, for sure, California.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. It's cool to see all this stuff.
Now, have you used the Joy Toy?
The fuck is that?
The Joy Toy. Okay, Junior's clearly not a degenerate. The Joy Toys are the prostitutes that are just hanging around that you can pay them money to have sex with.
Well, half of the time I have my girlfriend here. So.
All right.
Fair enough.
I
And
remember
the other half I'm fucking fighting these impossible bosses. So I mean, like, it's
I was talking to my buddy from work. He's like, there's not enough fucking Joy Toys. I'm like, dog. He wants a little more variety.
I've only found one.
Yeah, I've only found two, and one of them was a dude. So I was like, I'm already. I technically only found one for my sexuality. No, that's fucking hilarious. That's. Kate, any like I think Junior said like a bunch of aspects. You enjoying like the aesthetic? Obviously, you're not playing it, but how much are you enjoying the aesthetic of the world?
Enjoying my pizza.
Oh, hell yes. As much as you're enjoying the pizza, or not nearly as much. Oh, English is hard.
About the same.
But
This is really good pizza.
it reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen, look up pictures of just look up Neon Tokyo. I feel like that's the aesthetic of Cyberpunk. It is so gorgeous, and the lighting, how it contrasts against the night, it's so good. Even on my shitty 1650 Super, It is fucking gorgeous. Love the side content. I think we've talked about it enough, but like there are side missions and there are like just things that happen. Like there's a police fight happening across the street. You're like, oh fuck it, I'm already on the way. Like I might as well, you know. There are side missions that seem like they open themselves up pretty seamlessly. You get a call from Regina, and she gives you a psychoterrorist, you know, that you need to, you know, take down non-lethally. The side content is just it's handled so well, to the point where I told myself, like, I'm going to try to get through the main story as quickly as possible, you know, 15, 20 hours. I've done like one main mission after the prologue. You know what I mean? So the game is so good in that aspect. I love it so much. I haven't gone deep enough to talk about characters or anything, character relationships, dialogue choices, although early on it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of variance, which I'm honestly fine with. Yeah, I got nothing else to say other than that. Marco, in your opening hours, you feel anything? You feel any emotion?
Emotion?
Positive emotion, please.
Oh.
We talked negative already.
I'm just so I'm falling asleep, dude.
I know. You're dead. The show's
really-
almost over. The show's almost over.
Look at my eyes, dude.
We all have bags under our eyes, dog. You're not special here.
Just overall, though, look at them.
Yeah. They're very puffy and
I've been
swollen.
working like fucking 10-hour weeks, sometimes even more than that.
Yeah, 10 hour
Sleep at 12.
10-hour weeks, man. I wish I worked like that.
Same. To
Uh,
be fair, I've
You and
worked.
your fucking
I've
24-hour weeks.
I've worked OT when you've asked me to, Junior, and I will always continue to accept more,
You want
regardless.
all right. Marco has revoked his right to speak about Cyberpunk. He's just gonna talk.
I just don't know what to talk about.
He's just gonna talk about work instead.
I haven't played it. Like, there's nothing for me to say.
I know. I was just trying to get
I
anything
like the
out of
game.
you, dog.
It's,
I'm trying to
it's
get.
fun. It's cool. I drove and I couldn't figure out how to go from first to third person while driving, so I turned off the game and I haven't played since.
I think it's Q.
It is
cute.
cute.
There you go.
Now I know.
Uh,
And on top of that, when I
I
decided
figured that one out because I was like, "Fuck
When
this
I-
first
yeah,
person
fuck
driving."
first person driving. Who drives in
I
I was
first
like,
person?
honestly,
it was awful.
dude,
And then
it was the worst.
and then when I was like, all right, I'm gonna play Cyberpunk again. You wanna know what happened?
What happened?
It was an update, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, all right,
like
cool.
a gig or two. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. I can update this in like 5 minutes, give or take. Maybe probably less. And took like 30 minutes, and I was like, after 10 minutes, I'm like, it says you're done, but you're not done. I'm gonna leave you there, and I'm gonna start playing other games.
Fair.
Started playing other games, forgot about it, and then I just never got back on.
You know, I wanted to end this on a positive aspect, but you've ruined it, and you've ruined the show. Frankly, that has been the Zoomer panel, boys.
Yo, that's
I
my
finished pizza. It was
my-
really good.
my-
There's positive.
Yeah.
my job around here, dude. I just make everything negative. When I'm in a good mood, I'll be positive though. Or when I'm not, like, falling asleep.
Yeah. All right, boys. Let's wrap this up. Let's say our goodbyes. Does anybody have anything they would like to, any last words before I write off or I sound off on all our social medias that we never post on?
No,
Fantastic.
maybe not. What's next Tuesday, the 29th?
That's correct.
Are we gonna go back to a regular schedule?
Yeah, regular schedule next Tuesday for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Junior, you got anything you would like to say?
About what?
Just how you feel. Like, I don't know, dude. Happy holidays. It's fucking
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. Yes,
Jesus
yes.
fucking Christ. Cade, you got anything?
Drink a lot of brandy. Eat a lot of eggnog.
Cade, you got anything?
Hanukkah is over now. What other
Bro.
We still got
holidays?
Kwanzaa.
Okay. Oh, I couldn't remember which.
I can't hear you over these two idiots. No,
What the fuck? Hey, I wish I could kick you.
I'm asking Cade right now. It's his
We're
turn.
gaming tomorrow.
Never mind. Shut this boy up.
We're gaming. We need
No.
to game.
It's Christmas Eve. No.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. There's no way. There's no way.
Who even believes in Christmas?
Kate, you can game with Junior since he's gonna be all alone as well.
I might be on in the evening.
The fuck?
It's a hard maybe. It's a hard maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'll
Yeah.
be working.
You only work till what?
Oh,
I think I'm a mid tomorrow.
It's cool. So
Ooh.
you'll be off at like 7.
All right. No more work
Jesus.
talk.
No more work talk, boys. No more work talk. Happy holidays. Stay safe for COVID, please. Not to sound preachy, but even though somebody opened my eyes the other day of like how serious this is. Yes, COVID only has a 1% mortality rate, but that's just the amount of people who die. That's not accounting for the people who get hospitalized, who have permanent health problems, including strokes, lung problems, heart problems. Like there are long-term effects to having COVID. Please be safe. Even if you don't die, even if your family doesn't die to COVID, that does not mean that getting COVID is not a big deal. So,
Wow, this dip is really good.
fucking
Little to add to that.
Yeah.
I know that being around family is very important, and I understand that you feel like you can trust your family. Not everyone knows proper safety, so please use your safety. My entire family got COVID off of just hanging around together, and they were being safe. They had their masks together. They were sitting there 6 feet, and of course, someone had it, and
yeah.
just spread it around. It's
And
very
of
serious.
course,
Yeah.
we all of our prayers are going out to your family, making sure.
I don't know about that last part.
Shut the fuck up,
Jesus
Kevin.
Christ. All right. I think
We
we
just, want to make sure that your family's doing okay. We don't want anything bad to happen to them. So
They're good.
I don't pray for anyone except for me and my dog.
fuck your dog, dude. Your dog is so annoying.
My dog is
sometimes.
great. He brings life to the show. Isn't that right, Leo? My little babble. Oh, he's stretching. He's so cute.
I was expecting to hear something from your girlfriend, to be honest, when you said that, but
Yeah.
I was hoping, but she was in the other room. I didn't even. I was trying to get
said
something.
louder.
I should have. Yeah.
Say it louder. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Follow us at Zoomercasters on Twitter, SuperEpicZoomercast on Instagram, and email us your weird and gross questions at SuperEpicZoomercast@gmail.com. We'll see you all next week. What?
If you want to know what kind of pizza I was eating, you can also let us know there.
Okay.
I'm also taking questions about what kind of food
Yes. What kind of great pizza is in fucking Montana?
bro.
Like there's not a lot.
Fantastic.
Oh my! I'm sure that I'm sure
Fantastic.
it's not hard to make a pizza, isn't that right, Cade? Now, Cade,
Bro.
it's time. You gotta zoom us out. You gotta what do you got in store for us this week?
I got something special for you.
He's got something special already.
Okay.
Welcome to my ASMR channel.
Oh. Okay.
Chris.
Okay.
Ready for another one? Ready?
All right. Okay. Okay. Not sure where the zooms are supposed to come in.
Zoomy, zoomy, zoom.
Okay. That was very forced. You said special. I didn't think it was dumb. All right.
Technically, anything I do is special because I'm special, right?
Just for that, I'm gonna go into the browse section of Twitch, go into ASMR,
Yeah.
and find Amaranth.
There you go. There you go. Goodbye, everyone. Have a happy holiday. Merry
Fuck you.
Christmas.
Are
Are we
and
still
Hanukkah,
streaming?
And goodbye.